Okay, back at it again. I think we're live here. My OBS is acting kind of strange today, but I think we are. So that's good. Back at it. We'll get back into a little more Deep Rock Galactic Survivor today. Do a little more grinding. Check out some news along the way. And yeah, and that's where we're at, right? So that's what we're gonna do, and we'll get to it here. So, I have some residual upgrades to do from yesterday. Movement speed, yeah, I mean, like kind of, but I don't know. There might be other things that we'd want first. Yeah, not really out of what's offered here. Like max HP, like 10's not really going to make a hell of a lot of difference right now, so I don't really think so. And move speed, 2% is not going to be very noticeable on its own. So I don't think it's worth spending the credits on. Because if we mine some more rocks, those credits might be spent better in conjunction with some of these rocks, like increasing damage, for instance, or fire rate, reload speed, and like right here is where the magic happens to begin with, at least. I think just straight anything that's going to be just pretty straightforward DPS increase. I think that's good. Mining speed probably 2, even though like it's only incrementing like 2% at a time. I still think it's probably worth it to invest into that early. Maybe luck too. I'm not sure yet. Like in a lot of these games, luck is kind of at least I like passed on that for a really long time in Vampire Survivors, for instance. And like, I mean, if you only get like one bump on it, then it's not really going to do much, but it doesn't take very long to stack that before, yeah, it actually does do something. So yeah, that's because of that's kind of a sort of a passive DPS increase too, just by virtue of the fact that you'll get better options given to you when you're like leveling up and upgrading shit and etc., right? So that's the idea there. So I guess we'll leave this as it is for now. I think that's probably good enough. Let's see, controller, are we going to behave today? Yes, so far. So far. Oops, not that way. It's not going to. There we go. So yeah, we've got this new place to go to, Magma Core. We actually finished all the stuff to do here, so I'll head over here, and we'll probably look at some, yesterday's news. There's a bunch of stuff on the Twitter overnight, but nothing that's really new, just people continuing to weigh in on the daily or weekly scuzzlebutt. So we'll take a look at what's going on and yeah, do a little grinding out here. So for this thing, we need to complete the dive, collect 20 red sugar, which you can only collect that if you're not at full health, by the way. If you're at full health and you're trying to pick it up, you won't pick it up because you don't need to be healed, right? And reach level 25 with the gunner. Hopefully, the gunner is gonna be thirsty work in the Magma Core today. Yeah. So, okay, we got kind of two choices here, and I'm not quite sure. Actually, let me see one other thing first for weapon mastery. Deep core, blah blah. Minigun upgrade, lid storm powered minigun to level 12. So it looks like we would have to get the minigun leveled to 12. Then it should show up on this list, so then we can do the weapon mastery thing. So for right now, no, but
Gonna be thirsty work in the magma core today.
that's the main weapon for this class. We did try this a little bit yesterday. I remember that now. So we need to get this thing to level 12 to unlock weapon mastery for it, and then we can try that if we feel like it, or just keep leveling the main path, or main missions, I guess you would call it. So we'll do that, and I don't know, yeah, we'll see how that goes. Might as well watch some news while we do it. Throw that on there. Let's see what Asman had to say yesterday. Like the whole first hour of his stream was just like, I skimmed through it real quick, was just talking about like basically streamer drama. I don't give a shit about any of that stuff at all, really. It's people that I don't know or just don't care what kind of dumb shit they're up to today. So yeah, we'll skip that part, and we'll see what's after that, I guess. I'm sure at some point he'll talk about something I have some interest in. Let's see. Before I get started here, I need to make sure I got my shit together here. Actually, I don't. Not quite. Because the cat's going to be beating on my door for treats in about 3 seconds. Because he can hear me talking. So let me go take care of that real quick, and then we'll be right back. Ooh, man, somebody put a quarter in that cat today. He's running around like a crazy person. And he doesn't usually do that because he's fat. Well, actually, you know, he's not actually as fat as he used to be. I don't think he likes the food I've been feeding him very much. So I think he's actually lost probably like a pound or two. And he was a fat cat, but no, just petting him just now. He's slimming him down a little bit. It's probably healthy and good for him, so yeah. That's an easy way to solve the problem. If he overeats, you can do one of two things. Don't give him as much food, or just give him food that he doesn't like very much, so he only eats it when he's super hungry. Like, not really. I still give him treats and shit like that. He's definitely not starving, but he doesn't seem to like the food I'm giving him very much. He'll eat it, but he doesn't like wolf it down in 2 seconds like he would with the other stuff. Anyway. He's getting skinnier and I'm getting fatter. It's a bit of a role reversal. Anyway. Let's see. Are we ready? I think we're ready now. So, all right.
Oh, man. And yeah, you don't start nothing, there won't be nothing. That's right. Yeah, you don't start nothing, there won't be nothing. Like nobody ever asked.
That's good advice always.
Opinions. You know what's happening in Spain? Spain's having some riots because some migrant killed an old person, right?
Really? Jesus.
Spain riots? Is this it? Yeah, isn't this what's going on right now? 14 as hours ago. Yeah, we'll watch this. It's crazy how.
There we go. Hey, keep hitting the wrong button.
I never even get a chance to watch any of this stuff, but North African migrants, tensions rise between far-right groups and North African migrants. No, I mean, I'll look at this in a little bit. Yeah, absolutely. Beat up, not kill. Yeah, look at this guy, bro. You beat up an old guy like this? Like, I don't
yeah, that doesn't look good.
Way. Like, there shouldn't be any migrants in that country to begin with. Why the fuck are they even there? Like, really, what, how is it in the best interest of Spaniards that there's a bunch of fucking migrants sitting around in their city, in their country? What the fuck? What is this?
Yeah, just in general.
Always blame the far right. Nah, bro, this is gonna be far right, but you're gonna see a lot of people going far right then. And that's it. Mexico's doing the same thing because of Americans. I don't blame them. I don't blame them. If Mexico
fuck.
wants to get rid of the Americans, get them out of their country, that's fine.
I think so too. I don't blame them.
Mexico isn't for Mexico isn't for Americans. Mexico's for Mexicans. Just like America is for Americans. That's the way it is, bro.
I agree.
That's the way it is. Is in a Grok Companions? I haven't yet, and I'll look at it in a bit. Please do not mix us legal migrants with illegal animals. Well, I don't call them animals, right? I mean, I guess you beat, actually, you know what? You beat somebody up like this, you an animal, 100%.
Yeah.
But, like, that's actually not true. Like, I would say that. But, that being said, fucking... I wouldn't, if it was up to me, I'll tell you the truth, right? I would not let in any migrants, period. Like, not a single one. Not any of them. Because there's just no reason to. There's no reason to. There's no reason that it's not in the best interest of the country. It's just you trying to feel like you're a good person. Refugees? Yeah, sure. I'd let in, you want to hear the number of refugees I'd let in?
Zero. Yeah.
Fucking zero. Maybe
not right now. We got our own shit we gotta handle.
That would be it. Not a chance would I be letting in anybody from some different continent with a different language into my fucking country. Not a chance. Not at all.
Well, in a completely different culture,
exactly.
they're never going to assimilate that way.
Yeah, not even
It's
immigrants.
just going to cause problems.
I mean, some people can immigrate. Yeah, sure. Right. I mean,
I think. I mean, to be real.
But that's it.
It's not even
So,
xenophobic.
yeah,
it's just, it's not going to work.
The reason why I say this is because other people are afraid to. People are afraid to go and say this shit because they're like, oh, well, I'll be called a racist. People always call me that. It doesn't matter. So, like, that's the thing.
Yeah.
Listen here. If somebody breaks into your house at night, I think you should be allowed to legally kill them in self-defense. Are you insane? You seriously think you should be allowed to kill someone just because they're in your house?
Uninvited? Yeah. In the middle of the night?
The language
Yeah.
that these people like to use. You can see the
Given that
dishonesty
circumstance,
they like to look at.
absolutely.
Just because they're in your house. They've shifted the conversation. They've changed the vocabulary. They've created a semantic game that makes this person seem extreme and misrepresents their original argument.
Yeah.
That's the problem. So, like, this person is saying you invite somebody over for tea and then you shoot them in the head.
That's not what's happening.
This person
no.
wasn't invited over for tea. They showed up uninvited. Then you shoot them in the head.
Yes.
Which, yes, I agree with.
Yep.
I do. And also, by the way, people like this
I think you should be able to do that. Yes.
With natural selection back in the day, because they would be the ones that thought that they could get along with a saber-toothed tiger. And, well, you know, at least one person benefited from that, and it would be the tiger. But
yes.
Otherwise, that's it. I think you might think how you are now, but once you see a dead corpse in front of you, you change your mind. Yeah,
oh yeah, probably,
I
but
think
well,
that killing somebody probably would have a horrible traumatic effect on you.
Yeah.
But the one thing that would be worse than that would be being the corpse yourself. And so that's the reason why. Like, I'm not trying to, like, listen, everybody says they think they would know what they would, like, I'm not one of those people that, like, I try not to imagine myself in scenarios that are, like, violent like that and think to myself, oh, I would do, like, the heroic thing.
Yeah, right.
I'm not trying to act like that or talk like that. But what I'm saying is that if somebody wants to do that, then
change
that
damage type to fire. Should I do that?
That's really where I'm at. That's what I'm talking about.
I think
right?
so.
For a different view here in Europe, you'd call the police. It's why they're there, surely.
Fuck no.
You shouldn't call
Takes
the police.
too long.
You just shoot them, bro. You shoot them. It's faster. It's easier, and it gets rid of a person that's a problem.
Yeah.
You know, like, the thing is, like, why do you want to have burglars in society? There's no reason to. It'd just be better if they were all dead. And so that's my opinion. And so, yeah, I'm a total, I'm a stand your ground kind of guy. I'm in Texas, and so that's the way the law is here. I don't
know if it is here or not. I don't think so, but I don't think it's totally off limits either where I live. But I definitely think that, like, yeah, if you catch somebody in your house going through your shit at 2 a.m, you got every fucking right to do that because you don't know what they're going to do. That's the way I think. Like, especially if you got a family and kids and, you know, everything else, you got to protect your own, right? Like, somebody's not supposed to be there. Like, why would that be off the table? And, you know, if that's the way it was everywhere, that shit would happen a lot less. The only reason it happens is because people think that they can get away with it. Well, you got very public examples of people not getting away with it. It'll stop. It's the same thing about accountability just in general. Like, people think they can get away with shit because a lot of the times they do. If you stop that and start holding people accountable, that situation will correct itself. People will stop fucking around. Not entirely, but to a significant degree that makes it worthwhile to have, I think. Just like in a lot of states where, you know, you have, like Texas is a great example of that. Like, their gun laws are, you know, pretty permissive. I don't know exactly what they are, but like, it's been this way for a long time. Like, think of the old West. Everybody's got a 6-shooter on their hip. It never really changed for real. So like, everybody knows that everybody's potentially packing. And guess what? A lot of petty shit doesn't happen because of that. I mean, a petty criminal doesn't want to risk his life to, you know, hold up a 7-Eleven for $100 in cash. Like, does it still happen? Probably sometimes, but I bet it happens a lot less in states that don't have that at all. You know, so yeah, if people realize there's consequences for their actions and are reminded of that regularly, they'll probably think twice before they pull some bullshit, just in general. So yeah, but particularly now, man, man's house is his castle. You come into somebody's castle trying to raid it, whatever fucking happens to you is what you got, and you deserve it. That's how I feel. Don't start none, won't be none. Simple.
I think the moment that somebody tries to do this to you, and yeah, really, like, I mean, how could the world be a better place with burglars in it?
You want more burglars or less?
And yeah, let's see here.
Simple question.
What the consequences suddenly becomes less
XP
common
gang.
occurrence. Exactly. Can you backtrack to what you said about needing migrants in your country, being from a country that's composed of 98% migrants? Yeah, I mean, I think that's a great example. So a bunch of migrants came into the United States. How'd that work out for the Native Americans? Not so fucking good, huh?
No, it didn't.
Yeah, that's exactly.
No, it
great
didn't.
Argument. Yeah, bro, that didn't work out for them at all, bro. But they had a bad time.
True.
That was awful. That was awful. Why would you want that?
Oh man, look at all this legendary shit. Fuck. Wish I had the money for it.
Fuck, not like that, mate. Yeah, you making my point. Damn, man, that's not it at all. Yeah, it's a perfect point. Nobody respects a conqueror anymore. Well, they do. Every country is composed of migrants. You go back far enough, yeah. And home invasion equals dead. True, that's a fact. And,
yeah, I think so.
Be illegal on stolen land. Land cannot be owned. Nobody can own anything unless you can. If you can kill you and take it away from you, then you don't own it.
Yeah, if you can't defend it, it's not yours.
Say that you own something if somebody can kill you and take it away from you. The entire idea of ownership is a human construct. You don't really own shit. You don't own anything. The government tells you what you own. That's it. Like and that's really what it is. And it's an illusion. This is a human idea, like human rights, private property.
Yeah, and that only works as long as everybody plays by the rules.
We invent these, and we take them away the moment that they're inconvenient. Piracy argument? Well, I don't know about that. I'm just saying in general. And so that's it. It's always about money. Yeah, definitely. They're abstractions. And so anyway, I know that I have kind of a weird opinion on this, but that's where I'm at. So,
yeah, I'm pretty much in agreement with that.
If you live in a place where if somebody breaks into your house and you can't just kill them, you need to move. You need to get the fuck out of there.
Yeah, probably so.
You need to get out of there real quick. You gotta watch out. It's such a brain dead take. Maybe improve the education and treat the problem at the source. People aren't inherently burglars, they become one. Do better as a society and don't just shoot people when they hit rock bottom. Basic citizenship awareness. Nope. Bang,
no,
bang.
We've tried that. It doesn't fucking work. It just makes things worse.
There's plenty of poor people that don't turn into burglars. If you do, then you get shot. Too bad. Just got naturally selected. Don't give a fuck about your socioeconomic conditions. Don't care about your upbringing. I don't care about what your parents said to you when you were 12.
Well, like, going back to that, like, you think I'm giving shit about that if I find somebody in my house that doesn't belong there at 2 in the morning? What's your socioeconomic condition? That's not the kind of questions I'm asking at that time. So it's a moot point, really. Like, no. That's a dumb argument. Like, no. There's plenty of poor people that don't steal people's shit because they don't want to get shot. Or they just know that it's a bad idea. Like, it's just wrong to do. Don't take other people's stuff. Like, I don't think you can use that excuse. And if somebody was too dumb to figure that out, well, again, that's the problem that just solves itself if you let it. Sounds harsh, and I get why people would think it is. I really do. But the consequences of not doing that end up being worse as a whole for everybody. No, man, you got it. There's a reason we have law and order. If the laws weren't enough to deter somebody from doing something like that, at some point you got to either fix the law or you got to let people know, one way or the other, there is going to be consequences, whether it's through the normal means of law or otherwise. Consequences. There's always consequences for everything that you do. Sometimes they're good consequences. You know, you did a thing and it was good, and you know it's to your benefit. Good job. It goes the other way too. If you want the good one and want the good consequences, you have to accept what happens the other way around. If you do bad things, there's going to be bad consequences, right? Like, you don't get to pick and choose on this one. It's either all or nothing with that, as far as I'm concerned. In a very general sense. I mean, we have laws that pick that apart a little bit and determine severity and etc. But again, that only works as long as people are following the law.
That made you mad. I don't care about how big your house was. The moment that you go into somebody else's house, the moment that you go and you attack another person,
no, you forfeited all of that kind of talk then, at that point.
Because that now you've involved another person.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus, you've changed, bro. When did I not say this?
I guess I'll pick this one because I don't have
when did I not talk like
mastery
this?
Unlocked.
Really? Like I'm trying to think. Like, because the thing is that he didn't change. I'm the only person
Fire rate.
that didn't change.
Definitely.
See, the world has changed, and I've stayed the same. You used to hold back a bit. Now I would probably hold back a little bit more back in the day. But like that's not a change. That's just literally I was just unreal how these people were so ignorant. Yeah, I've been to prison. Those are the people that'll be at your house. They're very bad people. Absolutely. And they forfeit the right to life, and they decide their safety doesn't matter. Yeah, no, I'll see what this person said. I changed. Yeah, is there anything that we really got going on here? And anyway, yeah, let's
do some decent damage too.
And you did change too, but not on this opinion. Yeah, I never changed on this opinion at all. And yeah, there's jealous. You go up. Well, the thing for me nowadays is that I just do what I want. I just do when I say what I want. See, this person doesn't even have anything to say. They don't have anything to say. Like, there's no concept to say at all. It's just yeah, that's it. And yeah, pull me up. I have clever things to say. Ooh, I don't know about that. Seems like a waste of time. Cope and seethe. Yep, that's it. And again, I say it as brutally as possible, because I want people to shift their viewpoints, and I want people to see it in the most raw context as possible. That way, people can understand what the right thing to do is.
Well, yeah, don't sugarcoat shit. There's no reason to, ever.
Doesn't seem ban-worthy? Why would it not be ban-worthy? This person comes in and talks shit every day. Why would I want somebody in my chat that's just rude to me and weird? Nope. You go and act rude and weird to me, you're out. Yeah, you out. Like that's all there is to it. I don't even think about you. Like I don't even message. I don't think about this for a second. Like I'm like, oh wow, this guy's weird. Like what the fuck? Get out of here. Yeah, what is the Yeah, message was 2024. Yeah, well hey, he shouldn't have showed up. He shouldn't have had that problem, man. And that's the way it goes. What are your thoughts on immigrants that don't change their citizenship? I don't even know what you mean by that. You have to ask that in a different way. He made a blanket statement with no point or no proof.
Mining
Yeah,
speed.
exactly.
I think we
He's
need to
trying
take
insult me.
mining speed.
I already saw this yesterday. We don't need to look at it again. They never learn. What's this? And Lumberg, his popularity, Lumbog, not Lumberg. I was thinking about what is this?
Lumberg fucked her.
Bog, is this it? This a person? The first ethical white boy? Okay. All right. So you got somebody, this is the thing.
Ooh, clip size minus reload.
This is
I
why
think
people
that's
talk about
good.
me. I'm gonna show y'all why they talk about me.
Upgraded the gun to 12, so we got that.
15 likes, 19 likes, 19 likes, 18
35%.
likes,
Fuck, I can't get that shit. Damn it.
38 likes, 10 likes,
We'll do reload speed
16 likes, 40 likes,
and a reroll maybe.
19
Oh wait,
likes.
we got
We need to bring back kindness in 2025.
do that.
Meanwhile,
This is gonna change everything.
70,000 likes. A
Reroll.
comment about hating me.
More reload speed, sure.
It's always what I think is so
probably
funny
about as
about
good as we
this
can do.
is that you're killing them. No, and I think that's funny, right? Is that it's always the people that like to appeal to empathy that are always the most vitriolic. They're always the ones that have the most shit to say. They're always the one. They're always thinking about you. Yeah, that's awesome. By the way, 45,000 posts. How many 45,000 posts you had? And you joined March 2021. So let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and do a little bit of math. Here.
Holy
Let's
fuck!
see. Let's
45,000 posts in
so
like what 2 years?
March,
Or
we're
no,
in,
four-
April or sorry, June,
4 years?
July. So that is what 4 fucking years, 4 years, and how many months?
Seems like that's
I
a
don't know,
lot.
4 times 12 is 48. And what was it? So let's say like 55 months, something like that, right? Let's do 53. I know it's more than 53, but let's say 53 months times, let's say 30 days in a month. And so 1,000. So if you have, let me go ahead and just clear this. 45,000, divide that by 1,590. This person makes 28 tweets a day.
Holy shit! Really?
You make 28
Every single
tweets a
day for 4+ years? Whoa! Calm down.
That's a lot.
Yeah, it is.
And that's in every single day, right? Maybe on Christmas you made less, but on Valentine's Day you made more. I don't know.
Yep.
For me, that's how it was.
yeah.
I make 10 tweets in my life. Yeah, like, and that's it. And it's an hourly tweeter. That's one tweet. This guy's been averaging 1 tweet an hour. And bro,
For 4 years.
Handily made me change my opinion on abortion. I used to be pro-life. I told you, bro. Like, there are some people. Listen. Everybody says that
should I
I'm mean
pick?
about abortion. But
Yeah, we'll do this one, I guess.
there's a lot of stupid kids out there.
Ooh. Sad but true. I don't know if I
And we didn't need to have this
100%
fight.
agree
We
with
could've
this
solved
take,
this problem
but like,
before it
yeah, I get where he's coming
Did you see this, by
from.
the way, positive tweet about you for a change? Oh, I did, actually. I did. I'll pull that up in a minute. Yeah, that's actually true. We'll look at a positive one also. But anyway, so there's even more stupid parents. So there's a lot of people, because obviously, you know, this is not really a surprise.
We'll do this.
But I did, you know, again, I was the most watched streamer in the world. I don't really. I'm actually surprised that, like, I actually thought that because I had to take a lot of time off because of my my dad, and so like I thought I wouldn't even get it. I wouldn't even have it happen. But apparently it did.
Kinetic damage.
So I just want y'all to see is that people like this. People like this always.
How
like
come
doing
my
this shit.
minigun's not kinetic damage? What the? Oh, because I
They
changed it to
always wanna
fire.
talk
That's
about
why.
bringing out kindness and
All right.
being nice, etc. to people, but they want to go and farm hate on somebody that they don't like as well. This is the way it is. And so, what do you mean? Yeah, no, and I feel like it's funny to see it happen, but that's always the way these people are. And it's sad
Fucking
to see all
massacre,
this shit
holy
over
shit.
abortion. It's just radical
Nice.
people wanting to subvert nature. Well, I don't know about that. but
Projectile
fine,
damage,
who cares?
okay.
Really, who cares? Like, why would I give a fuck? And so anyway, like, I don't reply to a tweet. And so I'm like a banger in 2025, just in a quote retweet a female thirst trap to do it. Like, bro, put a real right-wing gem. Like, this guy just, he's not happy about like what I said. I get he doesn't like my stream. Like, what do you want me to say, right? I mean, like, I don't give a fuck. But the thing is that, anyway, I just find it funny to be that, you know, this is why people talk shit about me. This is the reason why they do it. Is because people thinking about me and talking about me and imagining scenarios about me, sharing stories that they've heard about me. It's all about me as usual. And these people, they go and they do this all the time. And they do it for attention. They do it because it brings in numbers, because I'm popular. That's the reason why.
Of course.
That's the reason why there's a whole economy around crying about me. That's the reason why. Yeah.
Which, if you think about it, because this is true, like, Asmund does have a lot of haters. And, like, and they do it, I think, probably primarily just, you know, to be attention whores, to get clicks, whatever. So if you think about that, there's kind of this whole, what would you call it, economy or ecosystem for hating on Asmund. Or anybody else for that matter, I suppose. If it gets enough clicks, then you're going to get hated, right? Because they make money off of it, you know, if they do it enough. So, I mean, like, they don't really hate Asmund because they're making money off of their hate clicks, right? So if he were to just go dark and disappear, they'd have to go find somebody else to hate on, otherwise they'd lose their income. Think about that. That's kind of the good and the bad thing with Twitter is, like, I don't know, like, if you got a lot of interactions and stuff like that, you can actually, like, get paid for it, right? The bad thing is that if you get a lot of interactions and all that, you can get paid for it. So, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of accounts that, yeah, no, they just troll or do whatever to get the clicks and the likes and the stuff, because that translates into money. So they don't actually give a shit what they're actually talking about or saying. They're just doing it because they know it'll make them money. Same thing with, you know, like YouTubers that just post, do the same thing, basically. You know, they're not necessarily principled in their point of view. They're doing it because they know it'll make them money. And for a lot of them, that's about as far as it goes, because if you challenge any of the things that they say, they don't actually have good arguments for it a lot of the times. Or they try to turn it around and accuse you of what they're doing, basically, projection, right? We all see this every day. If you're on social media every day, you see it every day. Whether or not you recognize it or not, it's a different thing, but, like, guaranteed, like, if you're on social media every day, some of the content that you consume is done only for that reason. Not because these people actually think these things. They're just saying those things because they know it'll get interaction and they'll get paid for it. So that's about as seriously as I take about 95% of the stuff that I see is exactly that. And that's about as seriously as I take it. Now it's just people posting bullshit for clicks. That's all. Same thing with Instagram or fucking TikTok or any of that shit. Because you, like, here's my favorite thing is, like, you'll see, I don't have TikTok or Instagram because I think just being part of one social media cesspool is good enough. And for me, that's, you know, the Twitter X. Because you end up seeing it from all that stuff ends up getting posted on X anyways. And yeah, you'll see these like controversial things that people make like short little videos about and shit like that, and then like they're like, oh my god, I can't believe there's people saying or doing these things, and then you look and like they're even like flagged or self-described on, you know, say if it came from TikTok, that this is a parody account or whatever, right? But people see it and they're dumb, so they assume that, like, even though it says right on there, no, we're just bullshitting here, they take it seriously and get all in an uproar about something that's just a fucking stupid skit in the first place. It's quite an interesting phenomenon. But anyway, the cat's banging on my door again. I gave him treats already. Give me 1 second. Ah. The cat decided it was time to play in his water dish. He likes to do this, and then he gets mad when there's no water left in his dish because he dumped it all on the floor. And I just changed his water too, so it's not because of that. He just likes playing with it. But then when the water level in his dish gets too low, he's got to let me know. So apparently that's what that is. So I'll have water to mop up on the kitchen floor later, but, you know. He likes it. I kind of like, I half-ass think if I had a bathtub and I filled it with like a ½ inch or, you know, an inch of water, I think he would actually play in it. Now, he doesn't like getting squirted in the face with a squirt bottle, but that's a little bit different. But, like, I think he actually would. Maybe it's like some, what do you call it, primal instinct for, like, you know, fishing fish out of a river or a pond or something like that. Now that I think about it, that would kind of make sense. Back in his primordial lineage, maybe his forebears did that for food, and that's why he feels compelled to play in the freaking water. Anyway, well, let's see here. I think we should try to level this thing.
Eppies are just mean people because they're probably nice to good people. Yeah, that's it. And I'm personally against abortion, but I'm not for making it illegal. Well, that's the way I see it too, right? The hater is your future fan.
I don't even want to get into abortion.
And so
I don't care.
No,
I'm a
I
dude.
did see this. We need to bring back kindness. Meanwhile, most popular tweet probably you've ever had is a negative tweet about me. That I find that funny.
Damage on
anyway,
that one.
so yesterday I did play that Grandpa High on Retro game.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
1,000 sellers on Steam for the first time. Yesterday, Asmongold played my indie game, Grandpa High on Retro on Steam.
I have it
and
written
today,
down,
the
but I
game for the
haven't
first time ever
looked
was
at
the
it
top
yet.
1,000 games on Steam.
It looks kind of
there it
funny
is.
though.
I
Maybe
just
I'll do
wanna,
that on
you know,
my
see
weekend
what-
this
that-
week.
That's really that's what happened, right? Like if I play a game and I think it's a good game, people are gonna like it, and
Maybe
again,
we'll take a look at that
it's
tomorrow
not
morning.
necessarily that I have some kind of like divine power to make games popular, but I like to think that I have a little bit of insight
shit.
into what games
Shit.
should be popular.
I wasn't even paying
And
attention.
so because of that, if I
Fuck.
play a game,
Fuck, what
there's a good
happens?
chance it could be a good game.
I love without
That
us.
would be it. That game is hilarious. Yeah, it is. They say you're boring. You're not. I mean, I'm gonna be real. Like,
Oh,
you
shit,
talk-
they
like,
just left
anybody
us to
stream
die?
For 6 hours. There's gonna be boring parts of that stream,
Oh,
bro.
fuck.
Like where they're sitting there, not saying anything, not doing anything, reading a comment, etc. Like that's not really that big of a surprise.
Damn it.
I feel like that's just the way it is. And so when I hear that, even I'm like, well, yeah, obviously. I mean, fuck, bro. Like you can't be saying shit like that constantly, 100%. But like in general, that's where I'm at. It's a multiplicative factor. Yeah, it is. And so at a 4 and 8%, your community are actual gamers playing games, not activists on Twitter. See, that's also another reason, is that the reason why, like, the companies, like, so even after all my drama and after all the problems, the things I say, everything like that, I have so many sponsorship opportunities. And you want to know why?
Mining
It's
speed.
because
Maybe I
people
should
that
do
I have
that.
that watch
Yeah,
me
let's
play
do it.
video games. They play video games and they buy video games. That's
Yeah.
the reason why. And so, and
That makes
also,
sense.
not only that, Kadrill's community, Twitter community, Rack was. Kadrill's got his own. I'm so proud of him. I'm so.
We
happy
didn't
to see
mind
him do
shit
well.
off of that.
Every
That's something
young
that
guy
sucks.
that does well in the streaming space. I'm so proud of, like, Queso, Kadrill, Jinxie, Kai,
I'm gonna open that up,
Speed.
too.
I'm so happy to, you know, like, you've even
We'll
got,
keep
like,
going for this.
Agent. Your age is a bit younger than me, but he's a bit of an older guy, right? I mean, I could go name, like, Lacey, Ronaldo, fucking all these guys. I'm so happy to see them do well. Aiden, yes, Aiden, of course, yeah, Aiden, yeah, absolutely. I forgot the progenitor, right? Yeah, the progenitor of all this. And so I'm a huge supporter of all these guys, and I really hope they do as well as possible, man. And so that's it. And Ronaldo says, yeah, exactly. And so, like, to me, that's what I think matters a lot, is that, like, I want to have, it's important to know that there's, like, a new crop of guys coming up, right? And it seems like a broccoli hair crop this time, but that's
Oh,
okay.
God. Yeah.
And as long as, I mean, people always had shit to talk about us whenever we were younger, so you know, I guess now it's our turn.
Fucking
And
broccoli
so that's it.
heads.
New crop
They'll
of
be
farm-
all right.
Yeah, that's just how it is. Cadrill turns 30. Is he? I don't know. I'm
Not
like,
yet,
30.
though.
I mean, 30's like 5 years younger than me, right? I mean, fuck. That's a pretty good amount younger than me.
You ever notice
And
how
so, yeah,
none of the
but there's a lot
broccoli
younger
heads have a
guys,
full
and
beard?
I'm just happy to see that.
Just
That's
saying.
all my point is, right? And yeah, anyway, so I've got nothing but positivity for them, and I want to see them do as well as possible. And you know, I never feel like, you know, there's some
They're
guys
young.
out there.
They'll get
there's
there.
some guys out
They'll be
there
all
that
right.
feel like, oh well, you know, like you know, like these young guys. Like I remember, like in
shit,
Instant
yeah.
Insecure, that they have like younger guys that are like coming in and like maybe getting more, you know, more motion on social media, or like more attention on like, you know, on social media.
That's all right.
platforms.
That's good for the entire
Number one,
space,
I
though.
think that, like, if you're
Keeps it
feeling
alive.
bad about that, you need to fix your content. Then just make better content. Simple,
Yeah, sure.
right? Like if you feel like the content that you're making isn't giving you the results that you feel proud of, then you need to make content that you feel proud of. Like, it's that simple, and that you think is more successful. So like if you don't like the numbers that you're getting, then just get bigger numbers. Like, it's simple. And so number two also,
Well, yes.
is that this is the cycle of life. This is healthy. Right? Nothing exists in fucking, you know, perpetual, you know, fucking stillness.
Yeah, nothing's
You wanna have
static.
motion as well.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, can we be a little bit optimist? Yeah, exactly. And so, like, I think that, like, as a guy, like, for me, for example, like, I don't do the same kind of content. I don't say the same kind of stuff that I said whenever I was 25, because I'm not 25 anymore. And I get older, and I change. And I think that people should accept that and respect it and acknowledge it and enjoy it, because that's the
Yeah, that
experience
just
of
means you're
life.
learning
And
shit.
In some ways, I can still enjoy the same stupid shit that I did when I was 14, but in other ways, I can enjoy new things and appreciate them new. Now, like, I mean, I went to Target the other day. You know what I bought at Target the other day? I bought a scented candle. Who the fuck
Oh, no.
does that? And so, like, I went and I did that.
He is getting
And
old,
so,
fuck.
I feel like, again, like, adapt or perish. Yeah, exactly. Like, I'm happy with where I'm at.
I've been doing that
And,
for like 10 years. I got no shame about it. Oh. Hey, some of those scented candles smell good. What did he get DC'd? Oh no. Alright, hang on a second. Let's see how long this goes on for. Asmon has like the shittiest internet connection I've ever seen. Let's see. I can't preview it here. Show me the fucking preview. Oh, okay.
Right, and
Oop, yep, there we go.
how we go? We back?
Yeah, that's a couple minutes worth. Damn. His internet really does suck.
Are we back or not? How we doing? We're back? I don't know what the fuck that was, man. Like, my internet just, there's apparently an outage, and so, like, if I go offline again, it is what it is. But, yeah, that's pretty much what happened. I don't know why. Anyway. I don't know what the fuck. You know, like, it's just, that's life, right? The Sento candle was too strong. Yeah, I guess so, right? I guess so. And, pretty fucking annoying that shit would happen, but, that's how it is. And, was that the candle scent? Yeah. Anyway, need Starlink as backup? I don't know. I mean, I feel like every time my shit like goes down, like any time that there's any sort of rain, like I don't know why, but like my internet just cannot handle rain. Like it fucks up rain. Like rain fucks up my internet real bad.
Maybe the connection coming into your house sucks.
And the candle at the entrance side, yeah, I guess so, right? But anyway, we just focus on some other shit. I'm not gonna worry about that. Think about that. It's just that's life, right? And Starlink. I mean, I don't have Starlink. No, maybe I should get it.
I mean, like if where like the cable comes into your house is right underneath where your fucking Eve drain spout is, and it's like pouring water right down there. That, I mean, that could have something to do with it, right? Or some shit.
But anyway, talk about us getting old. Yeah, exactly. My boy Elon hook you up with the best deals for Starlink. Yeah, I know. Buy a power surge protector. Next time, get your TV. It won't be a risk. You know, shit was just old, bro. It shit just died. It's just what happens. But anyway, yeah. So basically, my internet just like sometimes goes randomly down. Like I don't really. The thing is that like I'm in a situation where like there's so many things, there's like so many inputs in my life that I never really solve any problems that I have, because I just immediately, as soon as a problem disappears, I just have to deal with another problem. So like I don't need to like I need to honestly like, probably like hire somebody to just like solve all these problems, because I just don't really have like the mental energy to do it. Like I just can't even fucking think and go and put my head inside of doing this, right? Shift delete, yeah. It's just because I got so many people. Adulting is annoying. I'm not a functional person in that way, right? I just you know, especially
adulting is annoying.
That I do all the time. You know, I'm just distracted, and I've just got too many. There's just too many things that are happening in my life for me to keep up with it all. That's really it. Yeah, it's just too many people. And I feel like I'd be better off if I lived in like a Tibetan monk monastery where all I do is rake sand.
Level by 3 or fire rate? Probably fire rate, actually.
So like basically the same thing I did whenever I was like 9 years old, and you know, I feel like I'd be a lot better off there. And so yeah, I'm just gonna be honest. And do you still what's this here? I'll look at the rest of it. And yeah, do you still choose the streaming title? I just put the same shit on every day. Like I don't even give a fuck about it. And so that's it. You'd be a perfect monk. You're already bald. No, I'm just being honest. But yeah. Need a personal assistant? No, it's people that want to make personal connections with me. The problem is that like I actually, you know what, this is my personal life. Like, what are we doing? Anyway, so look, I go back. I'll look at this. They can't comprehend, and this is what people say about
fuck
me,
it up
right?
again.
They
Yes.
can't comprehend the fact people
Damn it.
takes because genuinely understands different
I'm getting too
perspectives
greedy.
more often, doesn't come to a conclusion. It's not solely ideologically based. The guy keeps defending.
Maybe I do need move
saying
speed.
He genuinely doesn't understand the appeal. People like this are actually just pissed. Asmongold isn't basing
Tactical
his opinions
lead
off purely
burster,
testing
huh?
politicians' speeches, but rather he supports Trump's ideas and policies. A lot of people like this. The fact is, like, people just don't like me for a number of reasons, right? I mean, like, it could be the way I look, the way I talk, how I talk, what I'm saying. People always have a million fucking negative things to say, right? And so yeah, that's it.
Oh yeah, if you're on the internet long enough, people know you, you're gonna have haters. Just at all. I've been on the internet a real long time. I know all about it. You shouldn't give a fuck about that at all either, by the way. Like, it's just not everybody's gonna like you for any reason. It's the same thing in real life. It's just that people are less shy about letting you know that on the internet, right? But yeah, it's the same thing. Who cares? Unless they have like some actual legitimate bitch, if it's just clear that they don't like you because they just picked a reason and that's it. Well, who cares? Fuck that. Just do your own thing and don't give a fuck what people say about it. Because, yeah, people will talk shit about you. Yeah, anyway. So you can't pay too much attention to that. In general, right? Like, even in your normal life, I mean, if somebody that it kind of reminds me, not in a literal way, but there was this Notorious B.I.G. song from back from like 1996 or 1997, and it's like, I think the name of the song was "You're Nobody," but then in parentheses, "until somebody kills you." And basically it was saying the same thing. Like, yeah, if nobody's hating on you, you ain't making an impact on the world, basically. Like, good or bad. So, you know, I mean, constructive criticism is one thing. People are just hating on you to hate you. Well, fuck them. Who cares? I wouldn't lose any sleep about that at all. Fuck no. Actually, I would just be like, all right. I'm not nobody then.
And you mean all this is happening? No, I'm just being honest. Do you think you'd be as popular if you streamed 3 or 4 days a week? I mean, actually, I think that like streaming less increases the viewership for your streams. Like, from my experience, after I watch people,
I can see how it would.
A lot of people don't stream all the time. It's the reason why is because they don't want to like there's like a scarcity strategy of it that a lot of streamers use where they try to not stream very often, so it gets people excited for when they do stream. Whereas like for
Makes
me,
sense.
I just like streaming. I do. I like streaming.
We'll take mine
I stream every day. Like, obviously it's great to be successful and I'm happy and thankful for that, but at the end of the day, the reason why I do it is because I enjoy it and I think it's fun, and so that's it. But drop hype for some people. Some people like a schedule. Well, I have a schedule. Like, my schedule is every day at 2 p.m. unless my internet goes down, I'll be live, right? Every day at 1 p.m. I'll be live. Every day at 5 p.m. I'll probably still be live, right? And so, like, that's really the schedule. The schedule is every day, bro. You know, that's the schedule, and that's it. And let's see here. And you have enough wealth to live that way. Multimillionaires can produce more wealth doing their craft than doing lawn work or cooking. Yeah,
may as well just do that right now.
The problems that I have. But anyway, so undertone, including ridiculing anybody that watches me. Well, the thing is, like, a lot of people don't like the fact that the reason why people don't like my popularity is because I represent something that they don't like. I represent a person that doesn't care about social norms. I don't care about the opinions of other people. Or I do care, but I don't care about them in the same way that they do. I'm not tied to, like, hiding behind euphemisms. I'm just direct and honest.
Packed with bullets.
And I think that's the reason why
kinetic
people
damage.
like that get pissed off. That's the reason why we do care about common sense. I do.
Yeah.
And you see the more Pegasus video and Ethan getting harassed? I didn't. Yeah, I don't care about looks. Yeah, I don't really care about the way I look or anything like that. And so the reason why is that a lot of people get brought up and taught that you need to act and be a certain way. And when they see a person like me who does every single thing that they're not supposed to do wrong, but is still successful more than they are, it makes them angry because they think that the world isn't fair. But
right.
I'll give some insight to those people in case they're unhappy. The world never was fair, number one, and the rules that you thought you had to follow were invented by people that want you to stay under them. You don't have to do anything that anybody says. You don't have to listen to anything. You don't have to follow the rules to anything at all. All you need to do is do what's beneficial for you, to do what you care about. And if other people don't like it or it makes them mad, then you shouldn't even think about them. They shouldn't even be real to you in your life. You just think about what you want to do in your life.
That's what I just said.
Make yourself happy. And that's it. Fair doesn't exist. Yeah, just only think about what makes you happy and do that. Never go and think about like trying to you know, appeal to the values or the opinions of other people.
No, because it never works to your benefit ultimately.
And so you know, that's it. And I know that
you just become a slave to that if you do that.
Selfish,
don't do that.
Or they're self-serving or something like that. But the fact is that I just only keep ulting. Yeah, just do what you want to do, be who you want to be, and that's it, man. And a very individualistic view. I am a very much an individualist. I am. Like, I only think about, and I only, like, want to think about, like, myself and what I want to do. And the reason why is because I think that if I'm not my own biggest advocate, nobody else will be.
I have said this for a long time.
Man, this is the reality.
Yeah, if you're not your own biggest cheerleader, who the fuck is going to be?
You don't have people that care about you in a lot of cases just based off of the intrinsic value that you have as a human being. Right? You have to create that value. You have to be that person. You have to be that guy. And so, like, instead of, like, waiting for somebody to pat you on the head and tell you you're a good boy, why don't you pat yourself on the fucking head and decide what being a good boy really is? And then you go after that and you do it yourself, rather than waiting on somebody else to give you approval to be yourself. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, you don't need permission to do that from
learned this
anybody.
Myself whenever I was a teenager. And, I learned it again recently. I continue learning it.
It's good to be reminded of that, though.
All the time continue learning that.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, that's it. And yeah, no, and I'm lucky enough to have friends and family in my life that do care about me. But at the end of the day, I've got to make sure that I do what's best for me.
Yeah.
And
you can't help anybody if you're not helping yourself.
That just means caring about yourself.
It's not being selfish. It's
it's easy to understand if you're not crazy and dishonest. So yeah, that's it. I needed to hear that. Yeah, there's so many different levels of understanding something. Yeah, I know. There's a lot of things that you know, again, people can say, but like that's the reason why I think people like me is that
I think I would actually take the nitro.
Things, I say what people think, and I don't really. I think that I say what a lot of people want to say, but they can't say, or they don't want to say, or they're afraid to say. About, like, for example, like that migrants thing, or like people that come into your house, you should be able to just be able to kill them, right?
Yeah.
Like, I will just go out and say like the actual opinion that people have, rather than hiding.
Oh, but that's not politically correct. Who cares about that?
That's it. And people try and get me throwing under the bus on me. Never will, never plan to. I know, Jay. I know, bro. Like, that's my boy. Like, see, again, and the thing is, like, you got to look out for your friends also. And like, that's another perspective too, is like, y'all might have noticed this, but like, I never switched up on anybody. I never switched up on anybody unless there was like something weird that happened, right? Obviously, but like I've always had the same friends my whole life, and even as like a popular streamer, I treat everybody. You know, somebody gets like 200 viewers, that's still a person, right? Like I'm not above them because I get. More
I don't know
viewers.
which one
that's
I should
like,
pick
that's
for
some
this.
weird shit, bro. Like you're on some fucking like, you know, fuck it. That's on some like influencer shit. Like get the fuck out of here. Nah, that's not my life at all. And that's it. Tecton seems like a ride or die. I've got a lot of really good friends. I do. And I've been very lucky. And so, yeah. Say my best friends I've known since I'm 10 is still super close. Exactly. And it's good things about collectivist cultures too, though. Well, I think it's okay to do both, right? I mean, like, you never, like, doing anything all the time. Elmo's peaceful. Elmo just checking in. How's everybody doing? Elmo says all...
Uh-oh.
So, a lot of people think that Elmo got hacked.
It would seem that way.
Why do people think Elmo got hacked? How do we not know this is just... How do we not know this is...
That's just how...
Why
that's
would they
Elmo?
think he got hacked? Yeah, this could just be him. Right? Like, this could be the first day he wasn't hacked.
Like mask off.
You see what I'm saying? Like this is the first
scenario
day of his whole. This is the first day of the rest of Elmo's life.
Yeah. Speaking of the third person.
Yeah, bro. Elmo hit some, you know, some diazepam.
Lifespan of each grenade.
Some fucking like sleeping medication hit the lean, and bro, he just went out and said it. And yeah, there we
Reload
go. It's real
time.
takes.
Yeah.
I guess so, right? Elmo hit the fentanyl now. The cocaine wasn't enough. No, I just Jesus Christ. Was the Elmo guy? Stop touching me, Elmo. Damn, even Nazi Elmo wants the list released. Muslim and leftists
God.
get things like this whole list. I've seen a lot of right wingers start to get spicy. Nah, like nobody has a monopoly on hating Jews. That's been something the whole world does. Let's be honest.
for a long
Nobody's got
time.
a monopoly on that. People been doing that for a long time.
Yeah.
And yeah, been hanging around Oscar's place too much. Got pricked by a needle. Oh shit. You think Elmo got a little bit of Fent in him? And then this is Fent Elmo? Maybe that's true. Yeah, you're right. Damn. Let's so here. Check out back. Nah, y'all go and say this negative shit about Jews. Like y'all need to understand this, okay? Like you guys think this is 4chan. You think it's Poll. It's not. This is an Amazon-controlled platform that has a terms of service. Like, y'all can't go and say some fucking, you know... I'm not even gonna say what y'all say, because then I could get in trouble.
Yeah.
Y'all can't go and say the shit that you know you're saying. You're just gonna get me in trouble. You cultivated this audience, dude? Yeah, you're right. I let people say whatever the fuck they want. I do. I don't give a fuck. If it wasn't for Amazon, I let people say whatever the fuck they want. I don't care. You think I have some kind of like accountability because some retard said something in my chat? I don't care about that. I don't give a fuck about it at all.
Yeah, why would that
If it wasn't
matter?
for Twitch, I wouldn't do anything. I'm not your dad. I don't want to tone police you. I don't want to make you say what I want you to say. It's not my problem. But I'm on Twitch. And if they say jump, I have to say how high.
Well, yeah, like the platform has rules, right?
Stop typing stupid shit that gets me in trouble because I have to ban you.
Yeah.
That's it. Don't do it. It's not my rule. It's not my opinion. It's just the way it is.
Mm-hmm.
Are you on Jeffrey Epstein's list? Not that I'm aware of. The original Island Boys. The Island Boys, the original Island Boys.
Oh
I
boy.
think they're missing a few people, man.
Bug barbecue coming up.
I wonder what these guys are gonna do when they're like 39. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like whenever you're like, what are you gonna do whenever you're like? I wonder if there's gonna be an Island Boys turnaround.
Like a
Where, like,
redemption
there's,
arc.
like, there's a point in time where like they just suddenly become normal and like they're cool. I wonder if that ever happens.
I kind of doubt it, but
Oh, really?
yeah, I
I
mean,
do. I
who
wonder.
knows?
And the Island Dads, yeah, it could be Island Dads. New VH1 show, yeah, exactly. I could imagine that, definitely. And they do gay OnlyFans, genuine, no troll. Good for them. They want to suck dicks. Good for them. I don't care. Really? Why do you think I give a fuck? Somebody wants to suck a dick. Go ahead. Every dude that sucks another dude's dick are two dudes that I don't need to compete with.
True.
Why the fuck would I ever want to complain about that?
Yeah.
Really?
I actually agree with
I'm
that.
being honest.
Like,
but I'm just
for
trying
real.
to be real. Like, incest
Yeah.
is gay. That's not my problem. I don't care. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, that's not
What does
my
that have
problem.
to
Yeah,
do
it's
with anything?
weird, but, like, I'm not trying to go and get involved in somebody else's life. Damn. Yeah,
Pick
I'm
up
not
radius,
gay.
I think.
I'm not gay. I'm not even bisexual. I am 100% not gay. I'm so straight I could suck a dick, it wouldn't be gay. Like, I'm telling you, like, I could have sex
I've heard
with a
him say
man
this
and it still
before.
wouldn't make me gay. That's how straight I am.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know about all that.
But I wouldn't need to. 'Cause
Yeah.
I know it. No, that still wouldn't make me gay. Sounds gay? I know it sounds gay.
But it's not. Yeah,
Well,
right.
it wouldn't be if I did it. That's different.
Right.
But anyway, boys and girls, if they actually exist. So this has been a little bit of a situation. This has been a little bit of a thing.
We're supposed to collect this red
Ghislaine
sugar.
Maxwell says that she is willing to speak in front of U.S. Congress
Oh,
about
yeah.
the Epstein files.
I think we should let her
Now-
see what she has to say.
If this happens,
I think whoever's in charge of that
know if there could be anything
already
in
shot that
life
down.
that could
I
be
saw something about that
fucking
overnight
insane.
on the Twitter,
You know what they should do? So if I was Trump,
which I disagree
and she
with.
was going to do this, I would make every member of Congress attend this,
Yep.
and I would Saddam Hussein this shit.
What?
I
What
would
does that
go
mean?
and have her sitting at the front at the podium And as she names off names of people in the room, have the police come in live on television and arrest them and escort them out.
Ooh, I think that's actually a good idea.
Can you fucking imagine that? Oh my god. That would be the most insane thing.
That's probably why they shot it down.
First, yes. This is what Saddam Hussein did. He himself? Well,
I didn't know he did that.
But I mean, obviously, like, you know, they'd come to an agreement where like maybe, and then maybe he would get arrested last, right? This would be like the finale, and that would be, to be honest, that would be the most cinema outcome. Yeah,
it would.
Gold.
Yes,
no,
it would be the cinema
I
outcome.
Get that message over to him, right? Somehow.
Yeah, definitely would.
Yeah, exactly.
Lightning speed. Yeah, I'll take that.
Like Bill
even though
Gates,
it's not very good.
And like, you know what he should do? He should do this at the State of the Union. He should. He should.
Oh, that'd be good.
Invite over a bunch of rich people that he knew were Epstein boys.
Yep.
And then be like, gentlemen, the state of our union is about to be decided. Open the fucking door, let her walk in.
Oh, ma'am.
They know it a trap? No, bro. Like, lock the doors. Yep, be like, gentlemen, nobody's leaving. Nobody's going. This is it, man. Holy fuck, cinema. Trump will be jailed as well. Well, he the president, so he probably wouldn't go to jail. And have a USC ring outside of it and Thunderdome that shit. Imagine he does that on America 250.
Holy fuck.
Right outside the outside the White House. Like, can you? Oh my god. Oh my god. And then he, at the end of it, she names him and he pardons himself.
Fuck. That's probably what would happen.
I'm telling you, this is, and again, he is the content president, right? And I'm telling you, if he did that, this would be in the history books for hundreds of years.
Holy shit.
It would be the most generational thing that he could possibly do.
That's probably why it won't happen.
Thousands? Yes, exactly.
He did have a...
So you're saying all the wobbling he's been doing is just stall tactics for 250? Are you ready to rumble? Hopefully she doesn't die mysteriously. Yeah, true, exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, if this woman comes out and speaks about this, I would be out of my fucking mind, bro. Like, I'll see if there's anything about this.
I don't think it'll happen.
Let's live up. Let me see if I find this real quick. And then this is her, fuck, where'd it go? What's this bitch's name again? I never spell her fucking name. And there we go. All right, let's see if I find it.
That would be something, though. Holy fuck.
I guess so. And let's see here if there's any of these here. It's not ready to testify. Yeah, this is it. I guess so. I can maybe watch this real quick and find it out. But yeah, this is insane, man. That absolutely fucking insane. And so if she testifies, and also she said that some of the Republicans, the House Republicans, or Congress Republicans don't want her to testify.
Well, apparently not, because I think they shot it down.
Push it back and hold it down. And I was thinking to myself, I said, if that's the case,
and that was just yesterday that he's talking about this. Hey, it looks like on the Twitter, like they already shot that idea down.
And you know what would be even better? I'm just thinking about how this could be even better. You could have a PowerPoint presentation of all of the evidence of the individual people, and then you could play it behind Donald Trump in like that big room. And then as he goes to different people, they could hand them the printed out images
I'm gonna do mining speed.
of themselves doing things that are incriminating at the same time. Like, I'm telling you guys, like, if you let me direct this,
it would be pure cinema, huh?
I like, okay, Jigsaw. No, I would come up with something way better than that. Like, I really like this would be, yeah. If you let me direct this, nobody wants to watch CP. Ugh, no. What are you talking about? I'm talking about just images of their face. What's wrong with you, bro? Like, no, of course not. What the fuck's wrong with you? Absolutely not. Yeah, reverse Love Island. Yeah, exactly. This is a different kind of Love Island.
Ooh, gross.
And, Men in Black forcing it, then we wake up. Yeah, exactly. And Jigsaw, yeah, what the hell? And would you give her a plea deal for names? Would I give her a plea deal for names?
Maybe. Yeah, probably actually. If she was telling the truth.
For the greater good. Yes.
If she brought the receipts and you could prove that what she was saying was actual, yes, but only for that reason. Because I think that would be more important. But the plea deal might be, well, you facilitated all this stuff, you brought the receipts, so instead of public execution, you just, should bring it back to like the old days. Remember, like, Napoleon? Like, I mean, like, it's kind of a bad example, but like, like, he was basically the dictator of France. He did some shit that people didn't agree with, but they didn't kill him. They could have. They had fucking the French invented the guillotine, I think. But instead of that, they just like they exiled him to Elba, some island in the middle of the Mediterranean. He wasn't going to be able to get off it. Nope, you're gonna fucking stay here, or like something like that. Like, okay, we won't kill you for the crimes against humanity, but you got to go live on an island by yourself, fend for yourself, and, that's it. Yeah, I think we should bring that back in cases where it makes sense. So, like, if that should be her plea deal, well, you can be publicly executed because, I mean, you just, basically incriminated yourself by calling all these people out. You brought the receipts, so thank you. We're not going to do public execution. We'll just exile you, and you figure it out. But either way, you're not going to harm anybody ever again. Something like that. Maybe that's not the best idea, but just off the top of my head, like, yeah, we need to bring back just like exiling people and letting everybody know. I hope you got your survival skills up to snuff. Otherwise, you're going to be in trouble. Ain't nobody going to save you. I don't know, something like that. The people need to feel like in some way justice is served, though. But yeah, I think she should call these people out. And I mean, like, not just because she says so, like, she's got to have something to back it up. Otherwise, she could just lie and say anything, and we're just supposed to, like, make decisions off of that? Of course not. But I don't know. Like, if she can prove that what she's saying is factual, then, yeah, act on that. We'll see, I guess. I don't think it's going to go anywhere. I think the powers that be are just going to say, nope. Too bad. She ain't going to say shit, and that's probably going to be the end of it. Like, that's what I would expect would happen. It's not what I want to have happen. Because now, like, here's the problem. Like, it's bad enough. I've said this before, but it's bad enough, like, the allegations of, human trafficking, sex-related, including potentially minors, etc. That's just horrible and bad enough on its own. But, if, like, there are very powerful people that are, implicated in wrongdoing or, actually did wrongdoing, now we have two problems. We have one, the original problem, that a whole bunch of people got abused in ways that I don't think any civilized society would feel okay about. That's just already like crime against humanity, basically. But now you've got all these rich and powerful people, whether they're rich or, by their station, CEOs of companies, political figures, etc. They're implicated by this. that means that those people can be blackmailed, and now you have a situation where the people that actually run things did bad things, which is already bad, but now they can be blackmailed for it and controlled. I don't know that that's actually good for us for, you know, like multiple reasons. Like, this is a situation that for regular ass people in many ways is bad. So the best thing to do would just be to blow it all the way open, get rid of all that, and let the cards fall where they may. I think. Like, these people are too rich and powerful and have too much influence for us to throw them in jail. Well, they're also then too rich and powerful because, like, if they're that rich and powerful or to be prosecuted for these crimes, because that would be dangerous for society for various reasons, well, then it's also the case that they're too rich and powerful to be blackmailed into doing something that they wouldn't otherwise do, like vote for this thing or do that thing, or let this company get away with this. See, it's just way too many problems come with this. So, I mean, I think it would be better just to delete all of that. Like, so, you know, like, that's why this is such a big deal. There's so many things that are potentially wrong with this, and you know, for the average person that otherwise wouldn't care about it, that's why you should care about it. It's bad enough they were abusing people, sex trafficking, etc. That's already bad and should be dealt with, but the fact that if it's, you know, rich, powerful people in one way or another, then that also fucks us in a completely different way if they're, you know, being subject to blackmail. The only reason that that's would possibly be good is if it's the public blackmailing these people, like us. But that's not what's going on. And even then, it's still not good. So, like, that's why I don't think that nobody will ever hear a peep out of her. It wouldn't surprise me if she mysteriously commits suicide in the next couple weeks to avoid her making a public statement about anything, which seems awfully familiar. But we'll see what happens. But, ooh, man, it's such a sticky situation. And I don't think people will actually let it go, and they shouldn't. Oh, people forgetting about that in a couple weeks. Something else will come up. I don't think so on this one. There's plenty of people on the left and the right that insist on the truth to come out about this, whatever it happens to be. And I agree. Nope. Sunshine is the best disinfectant, and I think that the Western world particularly would be better off doing exactly that, even if there's, you know, some growing pains along the way. It does not benefit us in the long run to allow this kind of stuff to go unchecked. Same thing again with consequences, right? So we'll see. And that's what I think about it. But I don't really actually see anything much coming to this. I'll be pleasantly surprised if it's otherwise, but I just don't think so because of what the stakes are.
I mean, she's an awful, terrible person, and she shouldn't get one. But, like, I mean, do you want to have? Ask yourself this: do you want to have one chicken, or do you want to have 30 chickens? You're a chicken farmer. How many chickens do you want? You want 30 chickens, right?
As many as possible.
A whole lot of chicken. 30. Yeah. You want 30 chickens, right? And so, like, if you had to pick between one chicken and 30 chicken, you automatically go with 30 chickens.
Yeah.
And so that's it. She's not a big fish. Yeah, and those could be roosters. Some of those chickens, the 30, could be roosters. The big ones. Mm-hmm. And so, yeah, you watch Trump talk to NATO secretary about Russia? Yeah, I don't know. After she reads out all the names, execute her at the end? I don't know.
No.
I don't know if I could do that, right?
No,
I mean, that would be... That'd
like
be a
I
lot,
said,
bro. Like, that'd be, oh
no.
my God.
Center to
Okay,
elbow.
So anyway, I didn't say that. I did not say that.
She can go
so
where
anyway,
Napoleon
let's
went,
see, I'll
and
do this.
anybody else that
So
got
this is
implicated in
apparently
that.
She gonna go out and
They
say this
they
shit?
pray that they get that.
What's up, guys?
Anyway.
This has been a practice in how to not handle a scandal inside of the Trump administration with the Epstein files, which were on Pam Bondi's desk and ready to be released, which were so lurid
Move it up.
with the base. However, there is an out.
Why are there
That is
two
happening
with
right now.
shooting four
In an
direction?
article
That's
that
annoying.
stunned me to my very core, ladies and gentlemen. This.
Like, what's the
shocking
difference
exclusive
between these
from the
two
Daily Mail.
things?
Jeffrey Epstein's accomplice, Ghislaine Maxwell, will reveal the truth.
I love how everybody says her name differently. Nobody really knows.
Yeah, nobody knows how to pronounce
the
it.
pedophile client list.
Nobody knows how to
says
spell it
themselves.
either.
Why are Republicans blocking her? My goodness, what is this?
And I'm
Ghislaine
picking this one
Maxwell is
just
willing to
because.
speak in front of Congress about the Epstein files, sources tell of the Daily Mail.
Good.
Maxwell, 63, is the only person behind bars, serving 20 years on child sex trafficking charges, despite the fact that Jeffrey Epstein allegedly controlled the web of underage girls. Ghislaine
That's
Maxwell
crazy,
is a
right?
proxy
Wow.
for
Yeah.
Jeffrey Epstein. She's serving time for his crimes.
Oh.
I'm not saying she's innocent at all. What I'm saying is that Jeffrey Epstein was clearly the mark here, and when he killed himself in prison,
Yeah.
Quote,
then they
unquote,
moved those
air
charges
quotes,
effectively to
yeah.
Ghislaine Maxwell. It's also why so much of the evidence is on lockdown. You must understand, the reason the evidence is on lockdown is that Ghislaine Maxwell is appealing right now, and then that evidence is what's called under seal. I'm not saying that's a great excuse. I'm saying that the federal government needs to explain that to all of
yeah,
us.
that's
And then the DOJ needs to push for the release of that evidence.
Yeah.
But that's a matter of fact. That's where so much of the evidence actually is.
True.
It's under seal
Yeah.
in the Southern District of New York, under the control of the Justice Department. Litigation pending, right?
I think we need to see,
Epstein's
given the
victims allegedly were passed around
gravity
as
of the
sex toys to his
the
wealthy friends and
situation.
billionaire business associates who regularly visited his homes, including his private island. Now, a source says, despite the rumors, Ghislaine has never offered any kind of plea deal. She would be more than happy to sit in front of Congress and tell her story. No one from the government has ever asked her to share what she knows.
Really?
why?
Yeah.
Why would it be that nobody from the government wants her to talk about this?
She remains the only person who was jailed in connection to Epstein that
Because,
would
like,
welcome the chance for
yeah.
America to tell the truth.
Isn't that weird?
What is the truth?
It is
In the
weird,
season,
actually.
Maxwell was convicted in 2022 for a role in the scheme to sexually exploit and abuse.
I mean, like, if this happened like 50, 60 years ago, that'd have been the first thing they fucking did. Was make her answer for this stuff. Or give her the opportunity to speak about these things. The only reason that it's not happening is because, to me at least, it implies that there's greater stakes at play, so to speak. Which, yeah, given the context of the situation, I would believe that, which is probably why we haven't heard a peep out of her since they threw her in jail. So, yeah, I don't know, but, like, the thing is, like, if you're gonna let her speak, then she's gotta bring receipts for every fucking thing that she says. Because anybody could just go up there and say some bullshit, and then, like, we're supposed to just accept that as facts? No. You gotta be able to show it. Now, in her case, she probably can. If she wanted to come clean and tell the truth about everything, she probably has enough evidence to make most of it stick. I would guess. Like, maybe she doesn't. We'll see. Maybe she just sees this as a way of, pleading something down, whatever. But I don't know. We'll let her speak and then fact check it. At this point, what's the harm in that? Anything that's obvious a lie or something that has no proof behind it, no receipts, so to say, I mean, that'll be called out immediately. Probably the same day. There's a lot of autistic people on the internet that figure this out real fucking fast and piece it together. So, like, if she's willing to speak on the subject, I think that Congress at least should hear it. But with the strong caveat that all of what transpires in that dialogue needs to be made public record. And then again, like I said, let the chips fall where they may, and we'll see what happens. But anything that she says is bullshit will be pretty reliably be proven to be bullshit quickly. And anything that isn't bullshit will also be pieced together pretty quickly if she's got the receipts for some of this stuff. So I think that we should let her. It looks like whatever committee in Congress is in charge of these sorts of things voted it down. I think like 7-5 or something like that. And all 7 of the ones that voted it down were Republicans. Out of the people that were voting the other way, all of them were Democrats except one. There was one Republican that did vote for it to let her like speak or whatever, as far as I understand it. But I mean, why wouldn't you just want to have all that out in the open? Why would you vote against that at all? Unless they know something that we don't. Like, are they afraid this is just going to put the entire world into upheaval? Maybe. And maybe it would. I think we should do it anyways. Because if, we survive that, then we're probably going to be better off with our government and leadership and things like that for quite a long time. I think it would keep people honest. And if we can't survive insisting on people be honest, then we don't need to survive at all. So, like, I'm actually for it. Even though it could cause real world hardships if all that came out, depending on the scope of it. I'm talking about, like, say, world leaders, like the CEOs of the biggest companies in the entire world, some of the richest people in the world, etc. Yeah, like if you put all of those people in jail, like that's going to destabilize things. It would. But if that's the choice we have to make, I think we should do it anyways. Because if we survive it, I think we'll all be better off. If we don't survive it, well, we kind of deserve it for letting it to get to that point in the first place. So, I mean, to be real, I mean, it's maybe a weird way to look at it, but I actually think that. But now that idea is out there of letting this person speak, Ghislaine or whatever her name is. I was gonna say lady, but I didn't want to use that as a title in any way. She's human scum if she, well, I mean, she was already in jail, so she was found guilty of doing bad things. So, but yeah, maybe it would fuck things up that much. I think we should still hear it and just let it ride. But realistically, I don't think that'll happen. She'll mysteriously die in prison, commit suicide, disappear, come down with early onset Alzheimer's just all of a sudden. Just some bullshit. So, or they'll let her do it, and whoever they is that's going to let her do it at all, will give her a script that she better stick to, and that's it. That's probably what would actually happen. So even if on the, I think, the unlikelihood that they let her speak publicly at all about any of this kind of stuff, I would immediately take any of that with the biggest grain of salt in the world, because it's probably at that point more likely that the powers that be would do exactly that. Give her a script, tell her to stick to it. She knows what's good for her, and that's it. That's probably what would happen. If I was worried about her spilling the beans about something about me, and I had the means to, that's exactly what I would do. So, and who knows who that is? Maybe it's the president, maybe it's not. Apparently it's a bunch of other people that are powerful anyway, so like whether Trump himself is implicated or not it matters, but it also matters that all those other powerful people are too. Because I mean, the president's in a lot of ways probably has less power than the most powerful companies in the world as far as influence goes, things like that. So who knows? Like, I'm genuinely curious, especially the mixed messaging that's come out of the government recently on this topic. Like, extremely mixed and completely contrary messaging, all within about a week's time. Yeah, it's troubling. There's obviously something afoot. Like, any way you look at it, like, something is afoot. And I think that we all deserve to know what that is. And whether you're a Democrat or Republican, don't give a shit, whatever, like, I think most of us would pretty much agree with that. No, we deserve to know what the fuck's going on with this, because obviously something is fucky with this situation. Like, everybody knows it. So whatever that fucky situation is, I think we deserve to know it, because all of us have to deal with the consequences of that, at least indirectly. You know, if there's people at big companies or people in power that should be in jail, then, well, they wouldn't be there anymore. So that means our lives would be different, because these people hold such influence that their decisions actually do impact your daily life. You know, the cost of fuel, groceries, interest rates for loans on houses, whether you allow corporations to purchase single family homes, which I don't think they should be able to do at all. Things like that. Like, here's a good one. You know why rent and a house cost so much? Well, it's because at some point, probably when the housing market crashed, a bunch of private companies bought up a bunch of, like, houses. I'm not talking about apartments even, just houses. Lots of them. It would have been a great investment at the time if you could get a good deal on it. So they control those. So ultimately they set the price. Whereas, if it's just one homeowner selling it to somebody that wants to live in it, that's a completely different situation. So the reason that housing costs are so high is because corporations should not be allowed ever to own single-family homes. This should not be a thing at all. Apartments is a completely different story. It's fine if a corporation wants to build an apartment building and do that. I think that's completely fine. But for single family housing or even duplexes, even fourplexes, no. It should be a private person that owns those, and there maybe even should be a limit on how many of those properties a private person can own. But you do that, houses will drop in price, which is bad in the short term. If you're somebody looking to sell your house, do it first. Do it right now. Sell now, because the price will go down. I promise you it will. If you did that. Or if it seems easier, yes, then you just get rid of a whole bunch of illegal people that are living here. Just whatever you think about that emotionally, or do the right thing, or morally, I'm not even talking about that. I'm just talking about the simple fact that if you get like 20 million people that aren't supposed to be here anyway out of here, that's room for 20 million people that are supposed to be here to have something. Housing will be cheaper for that reason. So you could do the double whammy. You could do both. You do that, get the people that aren't supposed to be here out of here, or if they actually are working and contributing to society, well, they still don't have valid paperwork, so they need to like be fast tracked. They should like look, if there's somebody that's supposed to be here, like this is one of the issues. Sorry, I know I should just be playing video games, but like I'm just like freestyling my thoughts, okay? This is a stream of consciousness, I guess. Well, I mean, some people are homeless. I mean, there's a bunch of reasons why people are homeless. Not everybody is homeless because they can't afford a house. There's a whole bunch of reasons people are homeless. But all of those reasons, I think we should look at, because some of those can probably be fixed, and then if so, then you gotta. If you don't want to have homeless people, they gotta have a home. And see, like here's my thought on it. If you're a homeowner, like you actually like were lucky enough to buy a house at a reasonable price that a person can actually do, you've got skin in the game now. You own property has some value to you because you put your time into working to make the money to pay for it, right? And that's time you can't get back. So just by virtue of the fact that you have more private people, just families or whatever, owning a home, those people have way more skin in the game than somebody that's renting an apartment in some big building someplace. People that have skin in the game, generally are going to behave themselves as far as society goes. Like probably most people in that position, they don't even have time to get into crimes because they're too busy like raising their kids, paying for their house that like is actually a doable thing and it's not fucking killing them. So they, that's the ideal situation. You got skin in the game. You care about your community. Yeah, like they're too busy to get in crimes because they're fucking working. But aside from that, because that only works so far, if you're working all the time and you still feel like you're not getting something out of it, like being able to have it's just a simple American dream. Own your own home, get married, have a few kids, and as long as you get up and do a good job, you should be able to do that. But now, and it used to be that way for a long time, but now it's like you can be a good boy and it's not even remotely close that you could ever buy a house. That's a bad problem to have, because then people don't have any skin in the game, and then they're going to be more likely to lash out and not be working towards the greater good. They'll say that's what they're doing, but like it falls apart if people aren't invested in creating a good community or just feeling like they're a part of it. Like I'm talking about like your town, and then that bubbles up. So like, yeah, you have to allow people to have skin in the game if you want them to have skin in the game. And people that have skin in the game behave themselves better because they have something to lose. See how this works? If you let everybody have what used to be considered a middle-class lifestyle, where they can own a home, get married, raise their kids, work their job, do a good job, don't be a asswipe, or a piece of shit, and like, then you'll be fine. And then you can, retire at 65 and be comfortable. And if you want to like have like yachts and Rolls Royces and stuff like that, more power to you. Go get that money. But as a minimum, like just to be reasonable, every person that's not doing anything to actively fuck up their life should be able to buy a house and raise a family. Oh no, like fuck no, like when our parents were in their early 20s, like yeah, they were buying houses, having kids, doing exactly what I just said, and they could do it. We certainly didn't live a lavish lifestyle, but like they had 5 kids by the time they were 30. And we had a farm and a house, and we never actually went hungry. You just might not get supper if you were being a bad kid. That's completely different. Now, like, the whole idea of doing that is like completely off the table. That doesn't realistically exist anymore. Because let's face it, our parents were not geniuses or anything like that. They were as average as you could imagine in just about every capacity, including intelligence. Just saying. The circumstances at the time made even these kind of fucked up dumb people, they're just at least average intelligent people, could make it work just fine, and there were really no problems in the greater scheme of things. Yeah, it's just the reason why is 30, 40 years ago, if you owned a house, the only way you could buy a house was buying it from somebody else or just buying land and building it yourself. There was no big company that owned the house, and then you're going to buy it off them. And if, the bank ended up with somebody's house, they just directly sold it to the one person. That's it. That's the bank's job is not to be a big company that does real estate. That's a big difference compared to what we have going on now. And I think that accounts for a lot of it. And the other part is just that our dollar is getting worth less and less and less and less. So, of course, then that means the price would go up and up and up. There's other things that contribute to that. So it's not regardless of the reasons why, it's not a good situation. And you have to at least recognize that first before you can ask about the reasons why. But it's not good. It's not healthy for our nation to have the situation be where an average Joe can't have their own home and raise their own family. I think that's kind of a minimum standard of living. Now, if you fuck it up because you do drugs or you just want to commit crimes, well, then it's too fucking bad. But you didn't have to do that. And if you didn't do any of that stuff, then you could have exactly the same thing. But yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of reasons for that. It's the more I think about it, the more it kind of upsets me because of how hopeless it seems to how to fix that. Because it is a problem. The standard of what a normal IQ 100 person can get then versus now, it was a lot more then than it is now. So that's a bad situation. We need to reverse that. Otherwise, our kids or nephews and nieces are going to have even rougher time, and their kids would have no chance if it was allowed to trend that way. So yeah, I think we got to, imagine you're piloting a plane. This would be the point where you pull up on the stick. Okay, so I think that's what we kind of need to do in some way. Well, shit, even the generations that came before us told us they felt bad for us. And they offered that opinion without us asking. They're like, well, let me tell you something. You kids these days are fucked over. You got a rough go ahead of you. And I'm pulled aside by many an old timer that said that same thing. I don't think they had a big meeting about it first. I think that was just their observation. They had bullshit to deal with, but they had different bullshit, and getting old enough to see the bullshit they had to put up with, and then the bullshit people have to put up with now, they're like, nope, I don't want that bullshit you guys got to put up with now. You're fucked. Oh, I've heard it many times, not just between the old man. I've heard this at the bar probably legitimately at least 50 times from two different old guys that were named Larry. Both said yeah, you kids are kind of fucked over compared to how we came up. I don't know what you guys are going to do. I've been hearing that since I was mid-20s, and I'm in mid-40s now. So people have been saying this for fucking 20 years. Yeah. And then they developed COVID to kill off all the old people that kept saying that because it was bad PR. There's a real conspiracy for you. COVID was designed specifically to target old people because they kept telling the younger ones, you guys are in trouble. Yeah, you kill off all the old guys that are trying to warn you of your fucked up situation, then you don't realize you're a fucked up situation anymore, etc. I don't think that's what actually is going on, though, because that's actually too smart. See, we're going to kill all the old people because the old people are giving us bad PR. And also the old people own a shit ton of the wealth. So we got to kill off the old guys, find out somehow to like steal their property, or when their kids inherit it, we're still going to take inheritance tax out of there. So we're going to make money every time one of these old motherfuckers dies. We're going to make inheritance tax money, if nothing else, etc. Yeah, the thing is that there's not really like new old guys coming to replace them. One of my favorite Simpsons clips ever. Let me see if I can find it. We're already going off on a tangent, so let's see. Let me find a browser window that'll work for this. I have like 700 browser windows open, but like it's a delicate balance. If I don't do it the right way, then chaos will ensue. Let me see. Well, actually, let's just do it this way. This will be easier. YouTube.com. It's taking surprisingly long. Homer Simpson new oldies. It's it's not specific enough, really? Damn it. About some new oldies geniuses. See, the problem with searching anything about The Simpsons is that The Simpsons did everything, so it makes it really hard to narrow it down. Basically, he's listening to the radio, and it's like, thanks for listening to KBBO. Your oldies station, blah, blah, blah. Like, yeah, but I'm getting bored of these. How about some new oldies, geniuses? And he says it with the absolute emotion and conviction. Because you're like, yeah, why don't they make more songs that are like the songs I already like from 30 years ago? Well, I couldn't find the clip though. Oh well. Yeah, literally it's the problem with The Simpsons is like they've done fucking everything. So like searching The Simpsons for anything, like it could be anything. So it doesn't really get you anywhere. And that's the problem. But what the hell are you going to do? Anyways, with the Epstein thing, yep, letter talk. I don't really have anything else to say about that. Let's see if we got any other different news. No. I just feel like we've talked about that long enough. And if there's any other... Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay, we're trying to find the right spot here. What the fuck is this? Nope. I went a little too far. Yep. All right, it's pretty close to here anyway, so we'll finally just get moving on here a little bit. I mean, I see this and like I read the Twitters about it and I think about it a little bit, so like I kind of have an opinion about it. I'm not saying I know all the answers to everything, but like I think we're all in that boat, aren't we? But the thing is we got a lot of questions. I might not have the answers for everything, but I certainly have a lot of questions. And I think pretty much don't matter who you are, we're all in that boat. I think we can all agree on that. And if not, I don't even know what to say. You just question nothing. I don't think I want to be around a person like that. That sounds mighty dangerous. And by the way, just because you don't agree with me politically, or I don't agree with you politically, that doesn't mean I want bad things to happen to you or anything like that. I think that's dumb. It's good that we live in a society where you can have such, well, it's one of the problems with it, but it's also a good strength is that like you can have people from very, very different backgrounds here, but we all get to say our piece about what we think, and I think that it keeps the overwhelming majority of people pretty well grounded, actually. So like that's fine. We can agree to disagree like that. I'm not gonna like oh, this guy doesn't like what I have to say, or I disagree with what he has to say about this. I'm not gonna like want something bad to happen to you. No, it's just like, well, I don't agree with them. Here's why. Or I might even say I don't agree with them. Here's why. But there are a couple of good points that we should talk about on this thing. Having conversations like that is good. It's good to have, I don't know the right word for it. I want to say like civilized discourse, but I think that's kind of the wrong word. Just like, yeah, because civilized isn't quite the right word. But like to be able to have discourse and be able to agree that you disagree and not want to kill each other or burn somebody's house down or anything like that. No, I think that's good. But you're always going to have crazy people. And then just everybody that's reasonably normal needs to call that out. It doesn't matter where they come from, your side or not. If they're being a crazy person and doing things that you wouldn't want them to do that to you, you need to call it out. Even if it's the same guy on your team. Because you sure as hell won't want the guy on the other team doing that to you, would you? No, then you got to call it out for your own. And most people just don't want to get fucked around with. Life's hard enough. You know. I got a job to do. I got a family to raise. Just leave me the fuck alone, and I'll leave you alone. Don't start none, won't be none. Just leave me be and let me try to do this increasingly harder task that up until very recently, humanity managed to work out just fine, but now it's becoming an ever-increasing struggle. Which is bad if you want humanity to keep going on. Anyways, let's see what this is about.
Pizzas anyway, so like if they had to get rid of those, that'd be all right. But anyway, so and you even have Elon coming out and saying this shit too, right?
What's Elon saying?
You've had a lot of people, a lot of content creators. Up until 10 seconds ago, there was unanimous agreement that Epstein was a pedophile sex trafficker with high-profile clientele who all must be exposed and brought to justice. Now, out of the blue, we're being
Oh yeah, sorry, when I was digging around and browsing for stuff, wasn't looking at chat. Here's some news, I guess. I realized that I've now rented from Mark for 20 years. It just dawned on me that that's half my damn life. Yeah, exactly. Well, think of it this way. Like, how fortunate, like, it depends on how you look at it, I suppose, but like, to have something that you've consistently done for a whole 20 years, that's pretty good when you're 40. Either that or you've gotten sucked into a hell of a bad cycle, but like, there's some stability there, right? Which usually is good if you allow it to be. Me too. It makes things a lot easier. Even if it could be better in some ways, it's at least you know what you got and it doesn't change and you just work around that. And then it's fine because you have control over your life pretty much. So, oh yeah, it's definitely not just you that's fortunate. I didn't mean you specifically. I just meant like the proverbial you, including myself. It's good to have stability. Especially at times where you can't be stable for yourself because you got some shit going on, right? It's good to have somebody that's stable that you can lean on a little bit and reorient yourself. That's a good thing. But we're losing that as these old guys die out because we're just not replaced. Oh, that's what I was getting to. How about some new oldies geniuses? Well, the problem is we're not really producing those kind of oldies anymore. We're not really producing the same caliber of old guys to replace the ones that are getting really old and dying. So some of this sage wisdom isn't really getting passed on anymore. If you see what I'm saying. And that's probably overall not good. No, and that's really great to have. If all you got to do is fucking make a phone call or send a text like, shit's kind of fucked up this month. Here's what I got going on. I mean, if it's something you can help out with, he'll probably just help, yeah, don't worry about that right now. Let's get this figured out. Whatever. Like, that's how it should work. Just man to man, like, handshake deal. I'll help you, you help me. That works pretty good, but you got to build up the network of people like that. We talked about this before. Like, for instance, if you need an electrician, you know who to call. Or, yeah, if it's a car stuff, you can probably look at it or at least tell you what's wrong with it. So you can bypass that step and then just go get the problem fixed. Yeah, it's a good thing. Although, I mean, the future is upon us. Pretty soon, like, the guy that helps you fix your car is probably going to be a computer nerd. I mean, it's already going that way already. And with fully electric, yeah, I should brush up on my electronics hobby. I haven't done that for quite a while by now, actually. Just because, like, my hands don't work quite as good as they used to, although it's getting slowly better mostly. So maybe I should give it another crack at that. But yeah, man, we're gonna have fucking like, okay, let's just watch the rest of what Asmon's got going on, because he might talk about this kind of. But we're entering a new world with AI and robotics and electric cars. Like, it's actually happening. And yeah, if we live another 10 years, we'll definitely see it moving in that direction, if it's not just all the way there. It'll be an interesting time. So, I mean, times, they are changing for a whole bunch of reasons. And most people don't even know. People don't even know it yet. Like, it's coming. It will. I mean, like, it's been a long time since we've had some real social upheaval. You know, it just kind of dramatically changes things. Like, say, the invention of the television might be something like that. Or when the internet first came out. And then, say, everybody being able to get a smartphone. These things fundamentally changed society. So with like AI, self-driving cars, it's getting really good. Like, really good. It actually works pretty much. That's fucking impressive. Like, yes, this is the science fiction I signed up for. It just sucks that we have to have all this, you know, social problems to deal with as these really cool technologies are coming out at the same time. But yeah. Oh yeah, and like, here's the thing, every generation does go through something like this, so we're not unique in this way, but like, seeing this change is just our thing. And you know, the next generation will have something like that too. For them, it'll probably be like when the people that are like 20 years old right now are like in their mid 40s, whatever that is. So like in 25 years, right? They'll still be having this conversation. It's just the details will be different. They'll be talking about, like, I don't know if actually jacking into the Matrix is a good idea. And, like, literally, like, VR or whatever will have come so far that you can literally, like, plug into the Matrix, so to speak. Or just, like, you know, like, let's not even put it that way, because, like, I'm not talking about some proverbial conspiracy theory Matrix. I'm just talking about, like, no, they got like VR so good, like it actually like interfaces with your brain, and then it's like you're really in there, like, you know, like a dream, but you have control, like a lucid dream where you have control over it. Because Elon Musk also has that Neuralink company where they actually are, like, you know, embedding like chips in people's brains to help them regain their sense of hearing or sight in people that are, you know, blind or deaf or say paralyzed, things like that. Like, they're working on that, and they're actually making actual progress. So this kind of shit gets researched enough for another 25 years. It's not really that crazy to think that they might have something where, like, you know, you get the implant and then you probably don't even have to plug a cord into your head. It's just, it'll be like fucking Bluetooth. You just log in with your fucking brain to the computer and then you're in your virtual world or whatever. Like, maybe that's a little far off, but the way things are going, 25 years from now, like, I wouldn't be surprised if that was the case. Maybe it'll take 50, but I think if we don't blow ourselves up in the meantime, people will figure out how to actually do shit like that. Or have robots get, like, you know, on the Jetsons where they got, like, the robot that's a maid. Like, we'll actually, like, have that. You just have, like, your personal robot. Like, you know, like, in olden times, rich people and royalty had valets or butlers, right? So they're pretty much your right hand man. They're there for you all the time. If you need something, they do it for you, etc. That's what having one of those robots would be like. They can clean your house, or I don't know, go walk your dog. Shit like that, whatever. File your taxes. Just, you know, yeah. Hey, Alexa, file my taxes. Or, hey, Alexa, go mow my lawn. Oh, yeah, we've had that for a long time. Like the Roombas and shit. But, like, Tesla's building actual robots. You know, like humanoid-looking ones. No, they can't do all that shit yet, but they're working on it. Yeah, same thing. Like, yeah, I mean, an automated lawnmower is just a Roomba for outside. Like, the way it works is pretty much the same thing. No, but I'm talking about, like, an otherwise, like, human-looking robot, like iRobot. You remember the whole movie I, Robot with Will Smith? If not, go watch it. It's a good movie. But, like, just the whole idea of that, like, we're going there. Now, whether we actually see that before, I mean, knock on wood that we'll live real good long lives and make another 50 years. Will we see that before we die? I think there's a decent likelihood of that. Okay, so you remember the film. So, like, yeah, like that. I don't think it's really that crazy at all that we'll see that in the next 50 years. If it even takes that long. Assuming we don't blow ourselves up or have major setbacks, but if you know, the technology keeps, you know, increasing at the rate it is, I think it's pretty reasonable to say that that's not out of the realm of possibility. That's for sure. Oh yeah, here's the thing: they're trying, and they're getting better at it. So, like, yeah, it'll happen. And then, you know, like, it's not necessarily a good thing or a bad thing. It's just a new thing that generation is going to have to decide how to handle. But the old timers will be like, I don't trust that VR shit. Not when I was a boy. I had to dial up on the actual telephone, and it made a whole bunch of noise, and then you connected to AOL. Pretty sure they have like a conference once a year just for robot building. I'd be surprised if it's only once a year. But yeah, of course, these are organized activities. There's a bunch of different companies and stuff involved with that. I think that's fine. That's good. Just don't use it to use it to make money. Don't use it for evil. Those are not the same thing. Just don't use that technology for evil. That's bad. You can make money on your product, just don't actually do the evil thing. And like, like one day they all turn on us. Wasn't in that same movie? That's what happened. They like fucking hacked them, and then all of them, all the robots turned into bad ones that would kill you, except for the one that actually was good, but everybody thought he was bad. Yeah. Well, it's impressive and scary. Yeah, you can look at both of those things and have that exact opinion. Yeah, all of them went evil except the one that they pinned the murder on. How about that? So that'll be, that'll be the troubles of the next generation, or maybe the one after them. But they might actually have to face such moral quandaries for real. And then same thing as every other generation. You either basically figure it out, or, blow yourselves up, or blow yourself back to the Stone Age. You want to keep going forward, then you can't have either one of those things happen. You have to at least figure it out enough to the point where the next generation has unique problems to consider. That's how humanity survives. It's kind of a dumb way to do it in some cases, but I think that's generally how things go. It seems to basically work. Let's hope it continues to. That's the part I'm worried about. Somehow that'll break down and then we're really fucked. Oh. He's probably not gonna show that. Anyways, let's get back to some more news. Yeah, they had a lot to say. I looked at a lot of stuff overnight while I had one eye glued to the video camera monitors. But anyway.
Being told that none of that's true, and anyone who believes this thing, or anyone who believed it, is a whack job and a conspiracy theorist. This is the kind of shameless 180-degree unexplained pivot
Max
that
HP.
leftists typically specialize in. Very weird to see it happening on the right. Elon is even saying it's very easy to say who's a paid influencer. There are people, and y'all have noticed this, right? People that they always say the shit that they're supposed to say. They always have the right opinion. They always say the same thing constantly.
Yeah, they copy and paste each other.
It's so annoying, man. You can never trust this motherfucking shit, man.
No.
No money equals no monopoly on violence. I just think, look at the way Putin did things, right? I mean, there's plenty of people in history that have dealt with bureaucrats and oligarchs. Very specifically, right? I mean,
yeah, they just throw them out a window.
Don't ever let people think that you can't solve these kinds of problems. And
yep, you sure can. And it's the simplest shit. You don't need fucking Mission Impossible for this. You just throw them out a window.
You're bringing this. Everyone has something to lose. Well, I mean, that's just always how things go, right? I mean, again,
I kind of admire the simplicity of that.
Happen. I mean, I'm not really even going to worry about it. I never even think about negative consequences to myself or anything else. It's just how it is. And so yeah, there's a good chance that she's going to testify. As I said, if she testifies in Congress,
they won't let her.
With every member of Congress there.
I don't think it'll happen. Man. I really don't.
An example on how violence monopolies beating out money. Look what the CCP did to Jack Ma. Yeah, I don't think people understand.
Oh no, he gave Kyle an ultimatum. Uh-oh.
No, it's not. Now it can buy power in some cases, but it's not power in itself. Power is the ability to execute violence.
Do I even want to know?
That anybody can have, and everything else besides that is subservient to that. And let me go back. So I gotta find. So this is the new. So what's going on with this whole situation with Grok? So that Grok companion?
Yep.
So Elon made this? He put this together, is that
full-time
right?
job, or yeah. Well,
So how's it work?
hopefully he gets a full-time
the new
job
Grok
then.
4 companion mode is live. To enable the companion mode, follow the steps in these threads. Let's see here. Click the
I don't
top
know what else to
button.
say.
See, like, I don't have any of this, so I could bring this. So you could have Annie, Bad Rudy, and then I don't know who this is, John Anime. And so I think this is pretty normal, right? I mean, this is pretty much what you would expect to have happen. Annie gets extra spicy in this mode. Yeah, is this if you pay extra? No, because y'all remember Elon Musk. No, the thing is, y'all might not see, like, people don't remember everything. But I do. Do you remember when Elon Musk got caught liking thirst photos for Misa Misa from Death Note?
No. I don't even know what that
Remember
is.
that? Happened 2 or 3 years ago. You see it's coming together now, huh, right?
Pickup radius?
Oh shit, that's right. I could have seen this from a mile away. That's right. And so this is new. What's this here? She fine as fuck? Yeah, obviously, right? But anyway, XII, the True Gamer, Jiggle Physics are out. Oh, bro, they got her.
Oh,
titty
yeah,
back.
Kyle
Oh, my
probably shouldn't have done
God.
that.
And so, can you jump for me to
Yeah,
see it jiggle?
I don't blame Mark
Oh,
for
wow.
that.
Well, this is where we're at, guys. So we have this is
You better
the
get
thing
his shit
is that
together.
having your anime AI companion waifu that tells you that all of your schizo theories about aliens are real. This is only the beginning, and it's gonna keep getting more serious after that. It says, "Give me a kiss." Oh my God!
Yep, see, he's talking about the AI getting smarter.
Wow. When the companion relationship bar reaches level 2. Wait, so there's a relation? Wait, so this is like a video game?
Fuck
Oh,
no.
shit, I just saw
No
it.
way, really?
Look at that.
What the fuck?
Wow.
That's your new AI
So-
assistant.
What level is this?
Hey, remember when I was saying about like
I wonder
AI
what
is
level
getting
that
good?
is, man.
So yeah, there's your new personal assistant I was just talking about. And it looks like an anime girl. That's what. Yeah, and then it does a surprisingly good job of figuring out what you want. Depends on what you want it to do, but it's gotten surprisingly good in just a couple of years. So if this is where we're at now, just think what we'll be at in even 5 years. Holy fuck. Good bent. Here, look. You can use a crowbar for good things, or you can use crowbars for bad things. It's just a tool. So it's up to us to figure out if we're going to do good or bad things with it, collectively. Now, maybe it would be better off if we were without it altogether, but that's only something you can really judge in retrospect. And hey, if people can't handle it, I mean, if that's the end of shit, then that's the end of shit. If people can't get their shit together enough to be like, okay, we shouldn't use this for bad things, and then the people use it for bad things and everybody dies, well, then we fucking deserved it. So, yeah, just because you have a crowbar doesn't mean you have to use it to break into people's houses. You could just use it for, like, legit intent. So, yeah, no, it's just a tool. It's what people decide to do with it. Although you could say, hey, it would be something, here's how I would compare it. Like, somehow we came up with, like, nuclear weapons. You could make the argument pretty strongly that, well, it's just a tool. It could be used for good or it could be used for bad. But maybe we'd be better off without that at all. So, at some point, if it's powerful enough, I mean, it's prudent to be worried about it, but at the end of the day, people are either the cat's already out of the bag. Fixing a tire, is that what a crowbar is supposed to be used for? I don't even know. I should have just went with hammer from the beginning because that one's a little more obvious. You can build a house with a hammer, or you can smash somebody's windshield. These are two very different things, but you use the same tool to get it done. So it's not really the tool's fault. It's whoever's wielding it. That might be a different kind of tool. That's just what happens. So yeah, we'll see.
Like Jesus, that's a good question. And for Grok companion AI at level 3. No, wait, what's at level 3? Can you show me some boot, dude?
Reload speed.
Oh my god. Oh my fucking god, bro, like. Wow, please stream this. I think I'm gonna sign up for this. I'm gonna do it tomorrow. I really do. I think we're gonna, oh wow. Your
Fire
companion
rate,
has
maybe?
a relationship bar on the right like a video game. It goes up based on positive discussions and praises. It goes down from negative conversations and comments. And you can't do, like, I can't sign up for this right now, right?
Spam
Like,
problems, kind of.
A reminder that this Elon's creating robots too. Well, yeah, no, I mean, and this is the thing, right?
Yeah, it's just kind of annoying.
Like, I'm telling you guys, this is gonna,
I mean, if you come in my chat and you're just trying to sell me something,
okay?
like,
people might not
that's
expect
annoying.
this. They might not realize this is what's gonna happen. But this is it. Cheaper than a real girl. I mean, yeah, it doesn't.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, unless you have, let's see, so this is, was it $300? So, if it's, you know, if you have more than $600,
I don't want somebody who's trying to sell me something. I'm trying to play video games and
are we gonna go
talk about shit, not think about stuff like that.
Yeah, I guess so. And wow, it's only $30. Wait, you can get this girl for only $30?
I might have $30. But it's a month, which is too much.
How do I do this? How do I do it? Is it
Probably
Grok?
fire rate.
Where does it say? How do I what do I do? What do I do? Ask Grok. Oh, that's a good idea. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna do it on my phone. How do I get the new companion mode? Okay. I'm asking it right now. It's okay. Give me a minute. Download the app. Wait, I have to get an app?
Oh, god damn it! Another app. Max HP
Grok
actually.
app. Okay, so
Yeah.
what do I have to download it on? Wait up. So I got.
Yeah, this
one app,
minigun's pretty good.
So I can't do it.
What's all the other
I
shit
can't
they
do it
got
on
going
my
on?
phone though, right? Because I'm not trying to do this shit on my computer, on my phone. Like I don't look at like. So it's not on desktop.
Boom. That is big
Phone
explosion.
app? Oh my god, bro.
It's a phone app?
Oh.
Why?
I don't have a fucking oh.
No, put it on
Oh
PC.
my God,
Come
no
on.
desktop mode? Yeah, they gotta have a desktop mode for this.
Yeah,
really
they do.
And you can't with a phone emulator. I don't have that shit right now.
Fuck
Like,
that.
I gotta sign all
It
this
e-
up later on. But anyway, just
No,
say,
wait.
hey, I'll try and sign up for this shit tonight and make sure I have it set up. That way I can talk to her. And yeah, maybe I'll do that.
I'm curious to see how this ends up.
But, it's Rock 4 starting a $50 upgrade. Yeah, no, I'm thinking about maybe trying this out and seeing what happens because
Yeah.
honestly, like the companion mode and everything is really smart. 420k likes, 4.9 average rating. Grok 4 Heavy is insane for game dev. Wait, so this game, wait, Grok made this game? What?
Okay, so I know what he's going to talk about because I saw something about this on Twitter earlier. But like Grok 4, so it's a new version of. Okay, so Grok is Twitter/X.com's like version of AI. So like Chat GPT, but not GPT, a different brand, right? Integrated into the Twitter. And so, of course, they've been working on theirs, just like I think Facebook has their own version of AI or something like that. It's like, I mean, they're all doing it, right? There's a whole bunch of them. And so this is getting kind of competitive between all these different companies that are creating AI, right? In what their capabilities are, etc. And so Grok, the one that belongs to Twitter/X, just got upgraded to Grok 4, so version 4, I guess. And it seems it's pretty good. Like, for instance, they're talking about, Grok 4 made a game. You tell it what to do and how it should do it, and then it just, like, does all the coding for you, basically, right? Like, this sort of thing, they've kind of, like, integrated that with, like, Visual Studio, what I do my programming in. Like, they've been trying this idea out for a while. Like, it helps you like program and stuff, and it like, I mean, so it up to this point it works kind of for really easy things, but not on the level of I want a game that does this, is how it works, and these are the rules, and you just type it in there and it does it. No. But supposedly now this new version that's coming out actually kind of does that. Yeah, like programming for dummies. You don't need to know. The idea is you don't need to. I mean, the goal would be you don't need to know how to write code because you shouldn't have to. You just tell the computer what it should do, and then it does it. I mean, right? Isn't that like the fucking holy grail of computers? Let me tell it what I want it to do, have it be smart enough to figure out what I actually want, and then have it give it to me. Now, we're not quite there yet, but it seems like we're making progress towards that. So that's what he's talking about. So that's what's going on right now. Is it arguably starting to actually happen? And like 2 years ago, AI couldn't make a video of Will Smith eating spaghetti without making it look really weird. And now it can handle that just fine. Like this has happened extremely rapidly. This is only within the last like couple 2-3 years. So like Chat GPT and AI or any of that shit was even like really a thing that started to happen. And it's come a long way in a pretty short amount of time. Yeah, almost alarmingly so. That would be really the problem. Is like, yeah, they're just tools, but if you don't give enough people enough time to get used to the tools, that could be problematic. So these tools are coming out quicker than people can get used to them. That might cause a problem. So in that sense, it's kind of worrisome for that reason. But hopefully, in general, humans are smart enough to figure it out. I think actually we probably will. It's a concern, but I don't think it's actually, like. I don't think it'll end up being as big of a problem as people are worried it's going to be. I actually learned how to think for itself, and then we have Skynet from fucking Terminator. I mean, that could happen too. So, you know. But if you can't do anything about it, you might as well hope for the good one instead of the bad one. At least you'll be able to sleep at night. So, I guess that's where we're really at, right? Oh, by the way, he's talking about the changes to Grok 4, which that was yesterday. Like, okay, so overnight, like the Department of Defense, the Pentagon, signed a pretty good contract with XAI, the company that's responsible for Grok 4. So, the head of the military just bought a whole bunch of shit from the same company that's coming out with this right now. So maybe we're closer to Skynet than you think. It's not necessarily bad. I mean, wouldn't you want your military to have like the smartest AI? So like, yeah, but at the same time, God, I hope they don't turn it into Skynet. So I guess we're gonna get to find out what that's worth. We'll see. It's probably just gonna be a bunch of the dudes at the Pentagon jacking off to that anime girl. And that's probably about all that's gonna happen. So, you know, it's probably relatively harmless, but expensive, maybe. But that's probably what would really happen. Oh, have you, like, okay, so you probably haven't seen this, but I don't think they talk about that kind of shit on Facebook. But, like, okay, so, all right. The Pentagon is in Washington, D.C., right? You know, it has an address. It's a physical place. It's a building. And there are buildings around that. Like pizza places and gay bars and shit like that. And, well, it's interesting that, like, I mean, those places exist too. And they just happen to be very close to that 5-sided building. And it's funny, so somebody got the idea to, like, you know how if you go to businesses, like, I don't know, like if you Google it or whatever, it'll show you like the times of the day that are the busiest. Like if you go to like McDonald's for our town, it'll like have a graph of like when it's the busiest or not on a certain day of the week, etc. Well, somebody thought to do that for pizza places and gay bars that are relatively close to the Pentagon. And they noticed that certain activities seemed to spike. Like, in other words, the pizza place or the gay bar was busier than usual, or vice versa. It was unusually not busy. Then that seemed to kind of correlate with things that happened at the Pentagon. Like, you know, we went and bombed this place or did this thing, right? So, no, like, for real. And it seems to kind of hold. You know, if nothing much is going on, yeah, maybe the gay bars are busier. If shit's hitting the fan, everybody's got to actually stay at work, so they're ordering Domino's, right? Yeah, no, like, for real. And it seems like there is some overlap there. Like, I don't know. Probably some autistic 17-year-old, like, noticed that trend. And that's how come we all know about it now. Somebody looked at the data and said, we got some correlations here. Now, maybe it doesn't mean anything, but here it is. And it seems to line up fairly well, at least in the cases that they showed for. But, like, that's kind of smart. If there's, like, some shit going on around town, like, the activity in certain businesses and other places would change and be outside of the norm if some weird shit was going down in general, right? Like we've had it. Okay, here's a perfect example. from our own town. There's been like twice that I can remember that I've worked in a place on Main Street where it just in the clear blue sky in the middle of the day, like Main Street was like locked down because there was like a active shooter on the loose. That's happened, I think, twice that I can remember. Well, that's probably going to impact, the volume of business that those businesses on Main Street are doing during those hours, right? I think that would be pretty obvious. If you graphed it out, you could see probably a lot of their business volume went down during those few hours that, shit was on lockdown like that. Yeah, so it's the same idea. You would notice an abnormality in the business volume. So somebody sought to do this for businesses that are around the Pentagon, and then they, come to whatever conclusion they come to based off of anomalous data. Yeah. But sometimes it might be something, a lot more boring, like, oh no, like somebody got in a car accident, so we had to close off that street and route them around this way. Has nothing to do with anything other than, well, those businesses would also probably indicate a decrease in business during that time, and nothing else is going on other than somebody got in a car accident and they had to like close down the street for a little bit. So you could draw false conclusions if you don't think about that kind of stuff. However, it's interesting that people look at that. But like specifically, or like, yeah, it really was like the local Domino's and the local gay bar. Like, literally, is what these people looked at. Gay bar, I don't know why. But, like, it seemed to have, relatively dramatic spikes in their otherwise normal business flow during certain times, as did the Domino's. Make of that what you will, but like I said, some kid that probably can't even tie his shoes saw a connection there, and once you see it, you can't unsee it. Right? I don't know what that means, but kid might be onto something. Who knows? But like, I would have never thought of that. But what? Like, once you think about it, like, yeah, that totally makes sense. Just interesting little tidbit there. Anyway.
Wait, what?
Yeah, that's what I said.
This is actually some kind of bullshit. I would actually play this. Like, I doubt it. Well, it probably helps you get there, right? I mean, it might not do it all the way. Nah. This is it. Holy shit, man.
So, yeah, if you can just tell the AI to make a video game for you.
Video games in just a bit.
Yeah, awesome. That'd be fucking awesome.
Insane. Better than Concord? I think so. Pio.
Yeah.
You are about to have the worst hour of your life. I just think this is so funny.
You can't really see what he's looking
Get
at.
it? Well, if you played Dark Souls 1, you would.
Oh. I never played that game.
If you played Dark Souls 1, you would understand this 100%, man. And oh my god.
How about let's do this, get nitro when mining any kind of rock.
So, oh yeah, as long as I'm private, I might as well also admit to being the person who started both H3 Snark and Leftovers H3, and I'm also a mod. Dude, this person, you are so cooked, bro. Like, you are cooked. Like, your life
Explosion
is not
radius,
in a good
yes.
situation right now. Oh wait, is this what they did to Elmo?
Yeah,
Oh my
apparently Elmo's Twitter got hacked, and now he's saying like all kinds of anti-Semitic shit and stuff
Wait.
like that.
Is he being re-educated?
I don't know what this is. I haven't seen this
Oh
before.
no. He's not doing anything. He's dead. Holy shit. They got him. This is what they did to him. Wow.
Oh my god.
Yep, he got re-educated, guys. That's
R.I.P.
life. That's creepy. Really, I had no idea.
Yeah.
And yes, obviously, the anti-Semite. I guess so. Are you fucking...
We can't really say what the Elmo account on Twitter, which apparently is official, said. But it was, yeah, it probably got hacked. It said some anti-Semitic stuff and insisted Donald Trump release the Epstein files, amongst other things, and just personally being unpleasant to people. So yeah, that account probably got hacked, or whoever was maintaining that account, you know, had a little break from reality or something. But yeah, it's kind of funny though, like scrolling through Twitter and like Elmo's like, you know, saying stuff that you wouldn't expect from Elmo. It's kind of funny just to see it. Like, whoa, what the fuck? It kind of like reminds me, like, in a way, like, have you seen this before on social media where, like, I don't know, McDonald's says, the McDonald's official account says one thing, and then the Burger King one replies to that and has some, like, snarky remark, and they kind of go back and forth or something, and then fucking Wendy's gets in there, and all of a sudden now Dairy Queen and Taco Bell think that they need to get in the conversation. Like, you ever seen this shit before? It kind of reminds me of that. Or like, have you seen like the sign wars in town from like those same businesses, right? Because they got the sign they can put the letters on, right? You want to have a sign war? No, we're too busy making ice cream. And it goes on and on for a ways. Yeah, it reminds me of the same sort of thing. I mean, not quite the same, but like kind of. It's reminiscent of that, I think.
Kidding me.
Yeah.
The White House tweeted out, "I swiped right."
Oh my god.
It's a match.
Yeah, like, I think it's funny as shit. Oh, fuck. Ah, oh, damn it, we missed the goddamn boat again. Shit.
I love this timeline. This is brutal, man.
I gotta pay more attention.
Jijun tried to finesse a wedding for a free pass, but I said nah and swiped right. No dress,
BLT
no
ration
vows,
pack?
no
Okay.
citizenship, just deported.
Engineer.
It's a match. Heart with smiley faces. This is...
Wait. This
That's
is...
the way it goes, right? Oh my god.
Wait, did he say that was like from the official White House account? Because I think he did say that. I don't know. I gotta take a quick break. But I think he said that. We might have to back that up for a second. So apparently it's not McDonald's and Burger King on Twitter having internet beef. Now it's the official like White House account that's talking shit. Is that what we're doing? I mean, it's kind of funny, but I don't know if that's really good. I don't know. I'll have to think about it. I'll be right back. Okay. Yeah, that's what I thought I heard too. We might have to rewind that just a little bit just to make sure. Actually, let's see. Can I? Oh. Yeah, we'll maximize that for a second so we can actually take a look at this. I think he was pretty close to around here. Because I feel like we kind of missed the point down here. Sorry, it was my fault for talking, but yeah, look, the White House. Ji-Jun tried to finesse a wedding for a free pass, but I said nah and swiped right. No dress, no vows, no citizenship, just deported. It's a match. Heart face. I swiped right. Okay, so we did hear that right. All right, we'll back it up just like one more click here just so we get the whole thing. Okay, so let's pay attention to this for a minute.
Guys, that's life. That's creepy? Really? I had no idea. And yes, obviously, the anti-Semite. I guess so. Are you fucking kidding me?
That was from the official
The
White House account.
tweeted out,
Yeah.
I swiped right.
Yep.
It's a match.
Oh my god.
Oh
Like-
my god.
It's kind of funny, but at the same
love
time,
this timeline.
what
This
the
is
fuck is
brutal,
going
man.
on?
Ji-Jun tried to finesse a wedding for a free pass, but I
Jesus.
said nah and swiped right. No dress, no vows, no citizenship, just deported. It's
a match.
Heart with smiley faces.
Uh-huh.
This is... That's the way it goes,
Oh god.
right? Oh my god. Bro, they just putting these roaches on blast.
Jesus.
Yeah, what does Tinder do? What does Tinder do about this publicity? I don't know, man. And yeah, this is insane. I'd be much more angry at the government if this wasn't happening. I'm so glad. That
Like,
this
kind
is,
of,
again,
though,
this
yeah.
is exactly what I wanted them to do. I wanted them to do this absolute fucking blatant psycho shit. Like, I've been waiting on this for my whole life. Like, I've been sitting around listening to fucking like, oh, well, that's gonna hurt somebody's feeling. It's gonna make somebody mad.
It's
etc.
pretty funny, though.
Like, no, like this is why I've been wanting on this for my whole life.
Okay. It's only funny if that person actually did something wrong. Otherwise, that's incredibly fucked up. But if that person actually did something wrong, then you know what? Yep. Yeah, we'll just embarrass your ass on the internet. Welcome to the new age. I don't know if I like that or not because the White House official account that they actually did, it's got the gray check mark. That's how he means it's actually a government account. Like it is. It's not like a fake account. It's the real one. And it posts shit like this all the time. I honestly don't know what to think of it. Because at the same time, like, you know, like it feels a little lowbrow to be coming out of, you know, the White House. But at the same time, if those people actually deserve it, then I have a way less of a problem with it. But who decides who deserves it? Well, I do. So my opinion of it's going to be whether I think they deserve it or not. It's kind of fucked up a little bit, but at the same time, I mean, this is the age we live in. I'm not surprised to see it. It is what it is, right? So I don't know. Like, yeah, at least for me, like, I think it's okay. As long as the person that they're shitting on actually deserves to get shit on. If they do, then I think it's fine. If they don't, then that's a different thing, I suppose. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know the specifics about what's going on with this, but this is the world we live in. The fucking official White House account is posting memes on social media. This might be one of those situations where I'm not sure it's a good thing, but hey, I mean, you at the same time, you work with what you got, so they're only doing it because it's effective. So, you know, again, it's a tool. Use it for good, not evil. That's all I ask. Or just, like, you don't even have to use it for good. Just don't use it explicitly for evil. Even that would be at least semi-okay. Anyway.
Was she a criminal or something? Just a lady marrying for citizenship? Who gives a fuck? Who cares, bro? Like, yeah, this is some Running Man TV shit? Yeah. Like, I'm telling you, like, this is it. Let me see if I can find this here. Plenty of room. What's going on? This is Bill Mayer. Elon knows his audience. He hit both gooners and furries, capturing 99% of the top 1% soft engineers in the world.
Oh, more than that.
Fuck.
Those are your AI companions.
True. Yeah, like he got them all. Damn.
Part of this is a backlash to how badly Biden handled the immigration situation. It can't just be like come one, come all, which
Dude,
it was.
There's plenty of room here, and we need
room.
There's plenty of room in America. Come on, there's not a lack of room in America.
But it's never about room. It's about resources and about like having countries have to have a border. It just can't be. I mean, they've done surveys and something like 200 million people around the world, when asked, would you come to America? You could, yes, I would. Why wouldn't they?
Smart.
Lots of countries, excuse me, are shitholes.
Right.
And they would love to be here. You can't
I mean,
just let
I'm not right. No, right. The places aren't shitholes, but
They're shitholes. Everybody knows
Some of them
they're
are.
shitholes. They have corrupt governments that just come around and kill you. They don't have running water or electricity in a lot of places in the world. People don't have internet somewhere.
Why wouldn't they want to come here?
It's not politically incorrect to call a shithole.
It is.
It is. They're terrible places to live. That's why everybody there wants to leave.
Yeah. And nobody that lives here chooses to go there. Yeah, so, I mean, why wouldn't people that live in countries that are like that want to come here? Of course they would. I don't blame them for wanting to come here. I just don't think we should let them all come here. I don't blame them for trying. I'd do the same fucking thing. So I don't blame them for that. And if they get away with it for a while, fine. But, like, if you get caught, then, you know, you get caught. I mean, plenty of people break the speed limit every day. It's against the law. And you do that like 1,000 times, and then you get pulled over for a speeding ticket. Well, I mean, come on, you got away with it for a long time, so it's your turn. You can't be mad about it. You fucking pay the fine, and that's it. So it's kind of the same idea, right? Like, I don't blame you for getting away with it, but if you get caught, hey, it's your turn. Like, it's kind of the same idea, right? That's pretty much how I feel about it. But no, we can't just, like, let anybody come here. Like, that would be bad for literally everybody that's here already. And yeah, it's the same idea. It's the same basic idea. Like, I don't blame you for doing it, because, you know, like, I would do it too. But I mean, if you get caught doing it, then I'm not going to feel bad for you either, because you probably got away with it for long enough. I mean, it's one thing if you break the law once, somebody calls you on it, and then you're like, well, I'm not going to do that again, then. Okay, fine. And then, you know, go legit. Okay, you're cool. Like, I do... I do think that, you know, there's plenty of people that work here that actually do bust their ass, but they need to get legit with their papers then. Otherwise, get out. Because otherwise, yeah, we just. I don't know what else to say. Like I said, like if I was in one of those rough countries, yeah, I'd want to come here too. And I'd do any damn thing I could to get here and stay here as long as humanly fucking possible. I don't blame them for that because I'd do the same thing. But I mean, if you get snapped, well, that's it. I don't know what else to say. But I do think for the ones that actually like bust their ass and work hard, just get your papers right. It's not a big deal. Okay, at least you're like doing something. But now that you're legit, see, here's the thing. Here's what you do. You do that. You're like, okay, people that actually work hard in this country, you're not supposed to be here, but you do hold down a job and work hard, and you're not getting in trouble any more than the average person would be. Okay, that's fine. Get your papers squared away, and then your bosses need to give you a higher wage because you're not getting paid enough. That's better for literally everybody. And by the way, companies that knowingly employ illegals, those people need to get arrested and go to jail too. If you're gonna go into like, I have no problem if ICE wants to go into, say, a meat packing plant and, like, you know, 80% of the people that work there are illegal immigrants. But if that's the case, then somebody from that company needs to go to jail too. Because that doesn't happen by accident. If companies know that you're going to fucking jail if you knowingly hire illegal immigrants, guess what? That'll be one less reason people want to come here. Well, we can go there, but we can't get a fucking job. So it's less appealing, right? Yeah, like, hey, you can blame the illegal immigrants all you want. Like I said, I don't blame them for wanting to come here, especially if they want to work hard. Still, it's not, I don't feel bad for them if they get caught. That's kind of where I'm at, if you see what I'm saying. Like, if you're smart enough, you'll never have this problem anyway. But, you know, at the same time, hey, who the hell is employing these people? They know what they're doing. And if they complain, oh, well, I mean, we can't fucking run our business if we don't use illegal immigrants that we pay less than the going rate for. Like, I mean, we couldn't, like, our company couldn't survive. Well, then your company doesn't deserve to survive. That's capitalism, baby. And if whatever your business does, people will pay for it if it provides value. If you can't make it because you have to pay your employees like an actual living wage, then you don't deserve to be a company. See, you don't get to enjoy the benefits of capitalism. And not have to deal with the other side of capitalism, which is what that is. If your business can't make it paying anything more than substandard wages, then you don't deserve to be a company. You're not providing enough value. Or your company does provide value. It's a product that people want. You'd be surprised how little the price would go up on the actual product if you actually paid employees a higher wage. Most companies that employ illegals that are actually productive will not go broke if they have to pay them a higher wage and then help them get their papers straight. Companies that are smart about it will actually end up making more money. I fucking guarantee you. So, again, this is a problem that can be solved just fine if you just let nature take its course. But yeah, the people that employ illegals, they need to go to jail. They know what they're doing. Like, yeah. If you go into a factory and ICE busts 80% of the fucking employees there, and it turns out that they're all legal, then the management knows that. If it was 10 or 20%, maybe that'd be different. But when like the vast majority of your workers are illegal in the first place, the people that run that company know that. Of fucking course they do. And they should be held accountable for that. That's what I think.
Awful. Like, I'm not. That's not an indictment of the people there. It's not like the people are awful. A lot of times the people are fine. It's just the governments that run shit are fucking morons, right?
Yeah, it's the government almost always.
Yeah, the bullshit lizards, bullshit scorpions. See, this guy, yeah, go live in one of those countries. You like it so much, but you're not going to. They're shithole countries, absolutely.
Yeah, there is.
Well, they are.
I mean,
it's not mean to say that.
America, what America
is America's fault that every country like this is bad?
No, it's not.
Oh, of course, right?
Why would it be?
done.
Doesn't make any sense.
Especially in Latin America, has beat up every democracy that was burgeoning in Latin America. They destroyed it to keep their oil or their
every bad country is in Latin America.
Resources or bauxite.
I thought it was the Middle East.
You don't really have rights, like as far as like women's rights in most majority Muslim countries. Women just don't have close to the rights we have here.
No,
you can't dress the way you want.
Okay, so controversial take. Actually, probably not really, but like I said, especially like Mexicans coming up, they bust their motherfucking ass. They're working hard. They're sending money home. Like, yeah, they're not supposed to be here, but like I said, at least they're being productive. And more importantly, most of them are pretty religious Catholics, which I'm not a Catholic. I don't really like Catholics, but I am a Christian. So at least that we have a lot more culturally in common than we would say from people that come from the Middle East or say Africa. We are culturally very close to people that say live in Mexico or, otherwise in South America. Culturally similar in a lot of ways. Like if we all spoke English, we'd all get along a hell of a lot better. And then we would probably all agree, this is North and South America. Everybody that's doesn't already live here could probably just stay the fuck out. And pretty much everybody, I think, would agree with that. But we have more culturally in common, which is why people don't hate Mexicans or other South Americans a whole lot. Aside from, the whole, like, not being here legit thing. Like, people don't have, like, any kind of, like, cultural hate. It's more or less just business, which isn't that big of a deal. Most people aren't going to go burn down, Guadalupe's house because they just hate people from Colombia that much. Like, it just doesn't happen. So it's a little different. But we definitely don't need people coming across the ocean, can't speak the language, are culturally very different, all that. Like, it's just never going to mix. It hasn't worked. We've tried that for like the last 100 years at least. It just doesn't work very good. Like, it's disappointing because it would be a lot cooler if it did, but it just doesn't. Especially if you can't communicate with each other. But even like with English and Spanish, you know, the guy that speaks Spanish doesn't speak a lick English. You don't speak a lick of Spanish. Yeah, you know, so like that's hard enough. But at least otherwise, like, you know, you both probably grew up going to church and loving Jesus. The overwhelming majority of people in the U.S. are of that persuasion, and so are like people in Mexico and other places in South America, probably even more so than the U.S. is. So at least, even language barrier aside, we do still have some commonalities, right? Where somebody that's coming from, say, Africa or the Middle East, not only do you have the language barrier, but then you have like no cultural connection either. I guess that's what I'm really trying to get at. So that's something to consider as well. We just can't we can't solve the world's problems, and all the refugees of the world coming here is not going to solve their problems. It's not going to solve ours either. That's not the solution you want. But I don't blame them for trying. Like I said, I would. Anyway.
If you are in a country where there's just extreme poverty, which a lot of countries have, or if there's like the kind of corruption, and we have corruption here, of course, but
Nah, bro. You talk about like an African warlord. Like, that's a different level of corruption than like some bullshit senator that gets paid a bunch of extra money. Like, it's so embarrassing that people try to draw any parallel with this.
Well, they're both bad,
but
but
we could take people like this and send them to these countries that they think aren't shitholes, and then have them live there and record it. I really do. I think that would be fucking hilarious. That'd be like that show Survivor.
Well, we have extra new corruption with the
it kind of would be.
It is on a level.
That's right, guys. Nobody else in the world uses cryptocurrency.
Countries that's way more.
Well, we're catching up. We're catching up,
but we still.
No, it's still.
But there's a reason why people want to come here, because it's still better.
But I gotta tell you, I mean, immigrants.
If you hate America, so get the fuck out of the country. Like, I don't know why you have all these people in here that always try to make America bad. If you don't like America and you think that we're
just
so
leave.
problematic and we cause all these issues, get the fuck out.
There's the whole rest of the world to choose from.
Country where you can take a chicken on a bus. That was always my standard. Okay, I think I have the right to call that a shithole country, and I see why you want to come here. It's not your fault you live in a shithole. It doesn't mean you're a shithole person. But you had the misfortune of being born there, and I get it why you would want to move here.
Right, but the thing is that the immigrants that are coming here are building the country. They're the essential workers.
To some degree, that's true. It's not entirely true, though.
Painting, plumbing, raising all your food.
You guys might not know this, but before we allowed a bunch of illegal aliens into the country,
we couldn't do shit before that. Yeah, so this is kind of a bullshit argument.
Why, obviously, China has.
They just do it for cheaper because it's illegal.
It's because they don't have a bunch of illegal aliens.
If you don't like America, you can just get out. Like, ironically and unironically, yes.
They don't have food there either. I hate this narrative because it's just a lie. It's just a lie. This is the same. The reason why this is a lie is the same reason why tipping is bullshit. American.
I don't even want to go into tipping, but like just the idea that if you live in America and you're shit talking it, like in such a way, well then just fucking leave. Get out of here. I'll tell you what, if you want to be a real good person and you have like compassion for these refugees, I'll trade one refugee sight unseen to get you the fuck out of here. Now, they might be as bad or worse, but I'm willing to make that trade. Yep, if you want to like shit talk America and it's such a shitty place, okay. Well, swap places with somebody that you think deserves to be here. And let's see how that goes. Tipping, like, nah. Just do 10%. But, like, some of that shit's really obnoxious. They hand you, like, the thing or whatever, and it's like the choices are like 20, 30, and 50%. That's a little obnoxious. Some of them are even worse. Yeah, no, fuck no. But yeah, that's a complicated topic in its own right. So hopefully we don't dwell on that for very long. We'll see.
Restaurant owners in America say that we need tipping or the wages for restaurants would go up so much that restaurants wouldn't be viable.
Nah, they'd figure it out.
How is it that everywhere
Bullshit.
else in the world that doesn't have tipping, restaurants are still viable?
Yeah.
I think that this is the exact same thing.
Yes.
Except instead of underpaying waiters, they're...
Also, and same thing for healthcare. You go to a restaurant in Germany, you don't have to tip. You're not required to do it because the people get paid a living wage. They also just like get health insurance. Period. And those countries seem to like figure it out just fine. I'm pretty sure we could do that here. Probably even better than they would. So, yeah, I don't buy the argument that, oh, these businesses won't be able to afford to run. No, they'll just have to they'll have to change up their strategy, but they'll figure it out. If they want to make money, they'll figure it out. Or they'll be replaced by somebody that does. And that's literally good for everyone. So like, oh, if we didn't have tipping, then we couldn't afford to be open. That's like a farmer saying, well, if I didn't hire all legal immigrants, I couldn't afford to run a farm. Well, then you shouldn't be, like, if that's actually true, then you don't deserve to be doing what you're doing. And you should consider yourself fortunate to have gotten away with it for as long as you have. The market will adjust. I guess that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, other places in the world have this, don't even have this problem. So don't tell me it's impossible to make it work. Yeah, it just works elsewhere. So there's no reason it wouldn't here. It's just the people that are making money right now, benefiting from the system as it is, of course don't want it to change. I wouldn't either if I was them. I don't blame them. But that doesn't mean it should be that way either. See how this works? I don't blame the illegal immigrant wanting to come here. I don't blame the guy wanting to keep the rules the same way that are antiquated because I make a lot of money because of it. Like, yeah, I get it. It's self-preservation. You want to do what's best for you. Well, guess what? So does everybody else. So, make it work or don't make it work. Let's see. Should I get the Warthog? Oh, Thunderbird. Defensive drones, nearby electrical damage. Okay, let's do that.
Underpaying construction workers or something else. They're creating this idea that you can never solve this problem. You can't do anything about this. Fucking so dumb. Yeah, it's so dumb. It's so stupid.
Yeah, you can. The market will adjust.
cooking all your food, serving all your food.
Yeah.
Kids, taking care of your kids.
Taking care of your kids. We do all the work that nobody wants to do and keep. And
Who's we?
Nobody wants to do it for
Who the fuck
$5
is
less
we,
an
bro?
hour
Like,
than
you're some rich fucking guy wearing a chain on a
somebody that's not
TV
supposed to
show.
be here.
Who's we?
Yeah.
There's no we.
keeps the country going. I mean, immigrants are the life source of this country.
Yes, they are, absolutely, because, again, we're...
Also, John Leguizamo was Luigi in the Mario live-action movie from, like, 1992. I don't think that he should really be telling the rest of us how to live our lives. It was not a good movie. Probably wasn't his fault, but just saying.
both products of them.
Yes, yes, we
and
are both.
we need what most Americans, I think, sensible, middle of the road people would say is, yes, of course, we are an immigrant welcoming country, but there has to be some order to it. It just can't be.
You can't just have
come one,
people coming
come
in
all.
willy-nilly.
No,
that doesn't work.
I mean, there was.
I don't think America has any sort of a moral obligation to allow anybody into the country for any reason.
No, why? Why would
I think
we?
that every single form of immigration needs to happen when it's only at the explicit benefit of American citizens. And for it being the benefit of
I think it needs to be that way for a while.
or some other country, it's bullshit.
Not
Nobody is
necessarily forever,
entitled
but
to
for
live in
a good
America
while.
or have access to the American economy or anything like that.
That should be the policy.
It's bullshit.
We should just make it that way and let 20 years go by and then
You destroyed a lot of countries while sitting in there.
review that again,
Okay.
you know?
That's not my problem. So you want me to have some kind of like generational guilt because of some guy that did something 30 years ago? Sorry, but no.
I didn't
bad.
make that decision. Who cares? Fuck that.
I don't give a fuck.
I didn't do it.
Yeah, that sucks, bro. That sucks. Yeah, too bad. Like I'm not about that generational guilt. Like,
Nope.
oh well, that's something that happened. Like, I don't care. I didn't do that.
Yeah, if it happened 100 years before I was born, why the fuck do I
Video,
care
people would
about
see
that?
people
No.
just the
You don't get to blame me
border
for that.
looking as people are
Eat a dick.
just like giant trains of people.
Don't let people weaponize your emotions and your empathy against you so they can take advantage of you, which is what people like that are trying to do.
Well, you should feel sorry
They're
for me
trying to
because
weaponize your good nature against you
your
in order
your
to
great
subvert
grandfather did something.
Never let that happen.
Maybe. No, fuck yeah. I didn't have any choice about
says,
it.
give us you're tired, you're hungry, you're poor, though. I agree it's changing, but the country was founded on taking people in. The person who wrote that, number one, was not the person who gave us the Statue of Liberty. Number
Yeah.
two, that was made by France. Number three, why the fuck would you expect me like so because some statue says this under it, now I need to agree with you that we shouldn't have any borders?
No, that's not
What's
quite
this
how that
Reddit
works.
thinking?
Yeah.
This is some kind of thing that sounds good when you type it out on Facebook.
But if you
Like,
think
when
about it
actually
for 2
think about it for
seconds,
3 seconds, it's stupid.
yeah, exactly.
It's dumb as fuck, bro. Like it says this on a statue, so like now we have to do this. What a ridiculous thing to say.
Yeah. I mean, we made amendments to the Constitution because we needed to tweak some things with them. So, why would I care about some inscription on a statue when we changed our own Constitution because it needed it? But this thing, this saying from like 200 years ago, we're supposed to care about that, or however long it's been. Probably not that long, but still, like, it doesn't matter. It sounds like a good talking point until you think about it for like 2 seconds. Here's the problem. Guess how many people think about it for more than 2 seconds? Yeah, exactly what you would think. So that's why that kind of argument can be effective, even though it's stupid if you think about it. That's annoying.
It's crazy.
And you know that's
more
why,
truths, yes.
And then where do they go? They went to cities on the borders who then were like, you know what? If you people in New York think that it's such a great idea to let anybody in. We're going to bust them to you. And then
Yep.
what did the people in New
That's
York
right.
say? I mean, even the governor
Get
of
'em
New
out.
York was like, we can't take all these people. Mayor
mayor
Adams was like, and he's right. It's like, you know, these people live here. And now
Well, that's the reason why, is that all the people that enjoy the idea of having a bunch of illegal aliens come into the country never have to live the consequences of it.
Yeah, they're not hosting them in their
That's why
city.
you
What
have
do
a
you?
bunch of these, like,
Well,
rich Hollywood people
can't
who are
come
talking
here.
about how great it is, because they never have to deal with it.
Yeah,
They never have to deal with
they're
any
writing checks that
consequences of
they
this
expect somebody
behavioral-
else to cash. That's the problem
this
with
is
it.
their burden to this degree. But I mean, those
No, I
people,
agree.
those
We gotta
cities
check-
on the border
yeah.
called the bluff of the sanctuary city.
Yep.
It's very easy to sit there from far away and go,
Exactly.
we're a sanctuary city. Okay, well, here's
Well,
here's
then
all the people
let's-
sanctuary.
Yeah.
And they didn't like it.
Let's fix the
That's
immigration
that's
problem.
the kind of
But
hypocrisy.
let's fix the legal immigration, because it's a broken system
Right,
that people
Who decided that we need to fix the system?
who've been here
Right.
for 30 years can't be naturalized. That's insane. Who've been working here and giving
Insane.
their lives, and just fix the legal immigration. Stop creating
And by
these
the way,
quotas.
I think this entire concept and premise that we need to fix the immigration system, why do we need to fix the immigration system? And whenever he says fix the immigration system, you have to keep in mind that he doesn't mean fix the immigration system. He means make the immigration system more comprehensive and easier to get through.
Well, yeah, favorable to
what
whatever
he
his
means by
cause is.
fix.
That's what he means. Just more favorable to whatever his cause is.
Nobody deserves citizenship. Nobody deserves. This is not a human right.
and this blockage.
He did finally have to
Yeah.
go back on that and say, you know, the people who work in,
farms and
because like who does he think cleans the rooms
Yeah.
in his hotel?
right, exactly.
Who do you think mows the
Was his
lawn?
lawn and all his
after
golf
golf
balls.
club
Electrical
around your
bullets,
worst
electrocute-
wife's
Polishes
grave,
your golf
Yeah.
balls for you.
you know?
I'm telling y'all, like, I'm so sick of this shit. Like, it's just so annoying, bro. Like, this subclass, ha ha ha. Yeah, isn't it funny that we have a subclass? So weird to argue like that? Yeah, I think so. I don't think it means making citizenship either. It's more so about government efficiency. Nah, it's just about making citizenship easier for these people. They just want to have more random people from other countries come into America.
Yeah.
Because they think that America has some sort of moral obligation to let in every third worlder in the entire
We
universe.
don't, and I think we should put a
That's the reason
moratorium
why,
on
and that's
any
obviously
of that
the
for a
reason why.
while.
And these are also the people
Not
that will,
forever.
like, constantly patronize you and fucking lecture you about how bad America is. Meanwhile, they're saying that everybody has a right to come to America. That's
No.
bullshit. It's obvious bullshit.
No.
It's manipulation.
Yeah, like why does everybody want to come here? Sorry guys, we can't let everybody in. If we do that, it'll be probably worse than the place that you came from. To be real, think about that. If you have people from literally like substantial like just open borders, etc., everybody was trying to come here. Well, guess what? Things will, like, it'll go even worse and worse. Just because you got too many groups that can't, like, you know, integrate at all. Different languages, different religions, etc. Like, on a large scale, was a whole lot of people. This just isn't going to work. They already tried that. It was called Europe and the Middle East. And now there's like fucking 67 different countries over there because they don't all agree on shit. If they thought that was such a good idea, there would be one country. It'd be like all of Europe, all of the Middle East, and all of Asia. It'd just be like one country and their big happy family. Well, that's not the case at all. So why would they think if everybody from those countries comes here that we're all going to just like kumbaya? Fuck no. That doesn't work. Like I said, it'd be cool if it did, but that's already been tried. People left the old world in some cases specifically because that didn't work out. So I get it. But no, I think the people that are already here deserve a chance to be the people that are already here. You know, let's just not have anybody else come in for a little while. Let's see how that goes. I mean, if everybody wants us to be the bastion of the world, then we need to do better, right? So let us do better, and then we'll revisit this sometime in the future. I think that's actually the only reasonable thing to do. Like, yeah, we get it. Y'all want to come here because you think it's good here, and it is. But I mean, you know, we got to do some maintenance here before we let anybody else in. Otherwise, it would be embarrassing and probably bad. I mean, if you go into an Airbnb and when you're sitting on the john, the fucking light fixture from the light above you falls down, you're not going to really have a good opinion of that. You know, you're probably going to leave a bad review. So we got to make sure our house is in order before we let anybody else in. Really, that's about it. With that said, I'm getting kind of tired. So I think we'll leave it there today. We're definitely coming back to this. Yeah, I mean, hey, a lot of people also have falsely high expectations of us too, because they haven't lived here, so they think it's better than it actually is. A lot of people seem to think the streets in America were paved in gold. Like, people legitimately believe this. Up until relatively recently. Of course, that's never been the case, but people like legitimately believe that. That's why he came here. Well, I mean, we can't exactly live up to the hype right now, guys. So, I mean, let's take a step back. We need to clear some cobwebs. But anyhow, I need to go to bed. I'm getting kind of tired. But yeah, like, it is what it is, right? We'll see what tomorrow brings. But I hope these kind of conversations go on, because we really actually need to, like, have these conversations as a, you know, country and figure out what we want to do. And I think a lot of people are like unhappy right now because, like, nobody knows what direction it's going to go. It makes people nervous when they don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. So I can tell you that I will probably be back here tomorrow. Same time, same place, unless something crazy happens. So, until then, thanks for playing. We'll see you next time. Until then,